Tropicana gets its roof torn off, Tropicana Stadium that the Tampa Bay Rays play in. And if you look into it, Tropicana orange juice was created in 1947 at the same time the U.S. military did their first ever experiment on a hurricane. You guys can look it up. 1947, first experiment on a hurricane. Bradenton, Florida is where Tropicana orange juice was created. In Bradenton. So you just happen to have Anderson.
I have non-sexual orgasms within my body, pleasures that I didn't know were possible.
Fuck yeah. There's another short hat.
You deserve that, wrestler.
It's true. You do deserve it.
It's damn near like a rite of passage in this. Oh my god, it's working.
Mandy says that Dolly grips harder than me. This is fucking unacceptable.
Get cold out, bitch. You don't grip them enough.
I really haven't been gripping hard enough. You guys, I just found out I have cancer.
Bank account cancer?
Start transferring your PP.
I don't know what he clips that. You have cancer.
All right, but seriously, donate some fucking money just because I might have cancer and just not know about it.
And to be fair, that is untreated, unknown cancer is the worst type of cancer because it's untreated.
Right,
So I think
and unknown.
For untreated cancer people, get out your wallets, open your wallets, open your hearts.
I can't believe I have the worst type of cancer there is. This is tragic. I just need some money to kill me.
God is so good. The stillness is so gentle. The silence is powerful. See, because it's through the silence of our listening and our seeking that God reveals the wisdom. The wisdom is realized in the silence from within you. The silence within you is beyond the mind chatter, behind those gossiping and controlling voices that are always around, whether it's in your ears or around. There's voices and gossip and voices and words that want to control you, want to interrupt your peace, interrupt your silence. You choose what you allow.
You choose what you allow. What's up, Crab? How you doing?
Yo, what's going on, bro?
Nothing much. I'm about to call Bumpkin, tell him to get his ass in here. But while I'm calling Bumpkin, before we go on to the topic from Flows, which I was really kind of getting down to, it doesn't do any justice when people say I'm not racist when we get on these topics, because it sounds awfully fucking racist. But again, just because I believe in IQ and genetic differences do not mean I believe that in superiority. That is where you get racism from. And I will give that to you.
Yeah, difference doesn't have to mean superiority.
Yeah. And I mean, it sucks. It sucks talking about it because, like, I don't blame groups who have a natural, like, lower IQ for, like, white people in the U.S., right? I say, and I even try to distinguish it, like, it is a cultural issue with the U.S. It is completely the white folks' fault and nobody else's. But then when you have a non-homogeneous society, those problems that white folks do are then exacerbated by everyone else's problems as well. Is what I was trying to get at when I was over at Flows when you was asking me that question. So that's kind of the, and I know Flo don't like that type of talk over there. That's kind of why I was being very guarded with my answers. So let me. This is Bumpkin. Bumpkin had a beef with Be Brave, and I love Be Brave to death. This isn't just because I'm playing this. There is no hate for Be Brave over here on this channel. But we're gonna watch this because I gotta go piss. And I'm gonna go call Bumpkin and let the dog out.
It was CT's bullshit. I got Bumpkin and CT. The elderly man this ain't gonna be a long stream. The elderly man's gonna have to slap some fucking ears back on a couple of smart mouth punks. Bless both their hearts. I'm old enough to be Bumpkin's granddad, and I'm old enough to be CT's dad. It's the elderly's job. It is the elderly's job to make the youngers put up their intellectually, put up their dukes.
TV screens of my memories, just added waves of apathy. I'm a broken piece of what I used to be. I lost my mind when I was lost in trees. I'm wide awake, but I can't wake up. I hear you loud and clear, but you might break up, cause this isn't real. I don't exist. Turn off, tune out before you lose it. I'm an MK Ultra.
My old buddy Bumpkin comes up. And everybody's talking, and I'm going, well, I told him that because some blacks were talking this and that, they always revert back to I'm white trash, and that my own white people move away from me. And I'm going, well, successful white people go into very nice home surroundings, but I hate to break it to you, there's a lot of areas where they stay put because white trash don't run them out. I've seen it all my life. Again, 7 years with an outhouse, first 7 years of my life. Hand pump in the kitchen, hot water on the stove for baths. 4-bedroom shack, 7 people. 4 kids, 5.
Hi. Today's topic is dementia. Be Brave and Think has been experiencing erratic behavior and very shamey behavior. But in all seriousness, there's a situation that happened with Be Brave and Think, which was very erratic. Obviously, he doesn't have dementia, or he might. I have no fucking idea. But there was a situation that happened with Be Brave. The situation was, I was on Chaotic Truth's channel. Chaotic Truth, like I said before, is like the WWF of YouTube. I have before been on that show several times to sort of like act like a heel. I kind of up my personality a little bit so I can give a good show, and which has been beneficial to him in the past. But I made a claim, and Be Brave didn't like that claim. And listen, it's not the fact that he didn't like that claim. That's not why I'm going so hard in the paint in this fucking semi-professional setup and all of that. It's because of the way he reacted to me disagreeing with the claim. That's what I don't like. The claim simply was, because someone asked the question, who do rich white people hate the most? Poor white people or poor black people? And I answered the question saying rich white people would most likely hate poor white people more because they're around them more often and for other factors. Be Brave pushed back against this and said, no, rich white people don't hate poor white people, blah, 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 blah. I am a racist ex-Dixiecrat that was born in 1942. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. I am a racist ex-Dixiecrat that was born in 1942. Okay. So, before we get into the actual nitty-gritty of it, I'm going to explain the situation just a tad bit more. So we had a pushback on there and there, right? Where the pushback was fine. I don't mind pushback. But then he decided that he was going to, after that, after I jumped off the stream, because I didn't want to be on the stream anymore, he decided that he was going to, the next day, live stream a 6 hour, close to 7 hour live stream about me and CT, because CT, culture, chaotic truth, agreed with me. So he decided to do a 7 hour live stream about that, where he was telling me to come on up. Well, I was working. I work 12-hour shifts, and when I work, I'm not on my phone regularly when I work.
And to be fair, Be Brave does God mod. So far, have you got an opinion on this, Rude?
No, I don't know this Be Brave guy. No idea.
If people think I'm racist, they gotta hear Be Brave.
Do you know LC? Is he anything like LC?
LCJC or?
Nah, LC.
What does that stand for?
Oh, hang on, bro. I'll find LC for you. He always takes his streams down there, but I'll give you a link to his shit so you can sub and hit his panel when you see him up.
All right, Be Brave is under the assumption or under the belief that everything wrong with America, I'm not going to say the West, but America, is because of lower income black people. And black people in general, because 70% of black people defend what lower income black people do. And that informs every aspect of his belief. And I have done as much as I love Be Brave, I don't agree with that take. I have tried my best to dissuade him from believing that or even saying that, because it's fundamentally not true. But that's something that Be Brave absolutely believes and is very testy on. As you can see here with Bumpkin. What's up, Angry Casper? You should join the panel, good sir.
I'll be on my phone on my way to work. I'm on my phone on my way back to work. But
I posted the guy's channel link in the back chat for you, man, so you can sub up to him. He's Australian. He drinks a lot, and he drops the N-bomb
I
ahead.
the grapevine the next day because I didn't have to.
I already love him.
Next day, I was doing live streams and all that. I heard it through grapevine that Be Brave had a stream just about me.
He's got like 136,000 subs.
And he talked a lot of shit.
Unit.
He talked a lot of shit, which is fine. But then CT hosts him for a live stream, which is wild.
I wish Bumpkin was up here so I could mess with him and roast him. Because this whole scene right here, it looks like Darth Bumpkin is truly becoming Darth Bumpkin. Brother looks like he's in an underground bunker getting ready to take over the world.
He hosts him for a live stream. And during that said live stream, he created a ridiculous scenario that he changed once as well during the live stream, where he said, would rich white people and rich poor people come together if there was some natural disaster or some like massive apocalyptic system? And even then, I was like, no, they have bunkers. They have other means. Most billionaires have prepared themselves for a situation like this so they can keep their wealth after a situation like that. Of course not. And then he changed the goalpost again and said, in an EMP situation, on top of an already apocalyptic situation, so two disasters that happened at the same time.
Yeah, it feels like found footage of a manifesto you find after the massacre.
People's wealth is fucking
I didn't want to say that.
And they are poor like everyone else. Yes, then they would tribe up, absolutely, because then there is literally no.
But you hear that? Let me not pause it right there.
Yeah,
let me not pause it right there. I didn't even mean to do that because I love Bumpkin's my homie, and I hate
Yeah.
when my grandpa and my homies are fighting. I mean, I'm gonna be real. Be brave. Be brave is really kind of intellectually dishonest during this whole thing because like he got BTFO'd on the original point, and I hope you don't think I was trying to attack him because I do when he gets like this. I do fuck with him. When Be Brave gets very angry and passionate about this topic, I fuck with him just because I just disagree with him so fervently on it being black people's fault in general. Funny enough that I'm the one saying that. I just fuck with him because he won't listen to reason, and he does a bunch of. I'm not gonna say gay shit because he doesn't like being called gay. I don't know any other way to word it. Very stupid, not stupid, very annoying shit when he gets fervent like that. And I don't know if anybody's watched it or they were here when I was live and Bumpy was here when this shit actually went down.
What sort of shit are you talking? Like dishonest stuff or like what sort of shit?
No, he starts mod godding, starts ticking people down and acting like he's triumphant over them, trying to get them to it, trying to move the goalpost and like weasel it in to where you have to agree with him. That's where this whole end of the world type situation or apocalyptic event came up because at first he made the claim that that rich white people dislike black people in general, and Bumpkin and everyone else even was like, no, like rich white people hate anybody who's not a rich white person. Was my take. Like anybody who's not rich, pretty much. Not even about race of rich people. It's about how much money you got, right? And he just did not want to hear that, and he had to pigeonhole you through the guise of an apocalypse to even make it make sense.
No, if I was rich, I'd probably hate people who don't try to improve their lives. Like I wouldn't hate poor people. I wouldn't hate the people who are making me rich because they're my little slaves at my factory. I'd love those people.
Fair enough. Damn, I wonder what Bumpkin's doing.
Besides people that look like you. And biology and genetics show that people tend to migrate towards people that look like them. So, sorry.
I even disagree with Bumpkin there.
Still recording.
The statistics argue that people migrate where there's more opportunity, whether it's ancient opportunity like hunting grounds and fertile fields, or it's economic fucking opportunity. Like Jesus fucking Christ, Crab. You know that stutter that I just did. You know what that's the equivalent of when you're doing these debates.
Yeah, that AK shit you keep talking about.
Yeah. Like me when I stutter, bro. Like that's crazy. Finally, this motherfucker's. I just stuttered bad, so I gotta make fun of myself because I make fun of everybody else.
Hold on. Did I just say pause in the middle of that video and get up?
Huh?
Hold on.
Are you talking about what I sent you in Telegram? I didn't mean to hit enter on that.
No. I gotta go back.
I was gonna say I paused your video at a very unflattering face. It made you look like the soy face. I'm like, let me hit play because I didn't mean to do that. I don't like doing the homies that way. That's for the enemies. That's for the haters out there. That's what I was telling you about. I guess I hit enter halfway through it.
Oh my god! No, I gotta take the video down, bro. No.
Wait, why?
Because I fucked up.
Are you not wanting to go through it?
No, I'm not because I fucked up. I just realized halfway through at the 7-minute mark I fucked up.
What did you do?
I made an editing error. 1 second.
Oh Lord. Well, we can still talk about it. We don't have to go through the video. I think everybody's pretty much got your point, and then we can move on to the IQ thing. Hopefully, Clue will pop in, and I can answer Rude. I can actually answer Rude's questions over here without fear of getting booted down, or if a video gets taken down, channel gets hit, it's mine and not Flo's.
God damn it. Dude, that actually pisses me off. I spent so much time editing this shit just for my fucking
What happened?
I had to take a pause. I had to take a pause midstream to see because I was having problems with my camera. It was like not wanting to record all the way for some reason, so it stopped recording. So I took a pause in the middle of that to just check if it was still recording. And I was meant to edit that part out, but I did not edit that shit out. Also, I might just redo the video because the fucking quality on this 4K camera.
Yeah, it did kind of make it look like a manifesto video after the fact that you found like when you're about to roast somebody but you stutter. This is just when you're talking in general and you fucking stutter.
Yeah.
But so you did eventually make that Be Brave video. Do you feel bad? Do you feel good about kicking an old man, Bumpkin?
Yes, he deserves to get kicked.
Oh Lord, I see, man. I love both of you to death, and that it sucks when you are fighting because I can't talk about either or without offending Be Brave. I know you probably aren't gonna care, but Be Brave will get upset.
Would Be Brave survive your ideal eugenics?
Younger Be Brave, yes. Because, like, my ideal eugenics, there's kind of an actual age cap to where you can be in politics and speak your opinion. I feel like the older you get, the worse you get at it, and the more self-serving you get.
Yeah.
Right.
And, like, younger Be Brave was a hard-working motherfucker that wasn't a complete retard. So, yeah. I'm not like Dennison. I don't actually believe 115 or higher. I just don't think I think it should be 90 or higher. And just because people aren't 90 or higher doesn't mean I want to eradicate or remove them. It means that I don't think that they should have a say-so in politics.
I just don't think they should be allowed to breed.
Yeah, I think that the government and culture and like culturally speaking, we need a cultural revolution. And I know I have to pick words very careful, but I think we need a cultural revolution where maybe it is your neighbors and your community's business if you have a retard baby that could be a waste of resources.
Yeah. Everyone thinks Idiocracy is a comedy. It's a fucking prophecy.
Oh, dude, I showed my friend Idiocracy, the movie, and he loves it now, but he says that same fucking thing. He's like, dude, this is a fucking documentary.
Yeah.
And, like, I don't know if Angry Casper was talking to me, but since he's here, at Casper and Flo's chat, I noticed you say, would he be the first in the oven? And my answer to that, yes. There's a problem that I have when I get too much into it. But when I was talking about this with my friend's dad, my friend's dad yelled it out and was trying to make me see. I'm like, dude, you realize that if it was so stringent that the community or the nation said, hey, you got to go, bud, I am such an ideologue that I would willingly march into the furnace. And people say that's stupid. No, I believe in my ideals. I believe that it would make the world a better place. And if I knew these ideals would be taken and done something with, yeah, that's the difference when a leftist says kill yourself, right? I'm obviously not going to do that. But if there was something that was like, oh, you're a drag on society and there's no way to make it better and you can't contribute to society, then yeah, I would. But right now, I my own. I make my own money. I make my own way. I'm not a drag on government resources on my community. Sometimes I feel like I am, but I realize I don't take any money from the government. And I don't take anything from my community.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, it was Clue you were talking to. Okay.
Oh, he's talking to me. He thinks I'm nihilistic. I don't have a moral code because I think we should cut off the dead wood so society.
Bro, you're not. You're literally. If anything, you're the closest thing to the Ubermensch that I know about.
No, he's just sad because
I
call Casper a incel and blackpill and stuff, so he's trying to use that shit against me.
I think you and Casper actually would get along, but you are definitely the senior partner in that relationship, like the older brother. I think that you and Casper would get along because I'm gonna be real. That same knack for truthfulness and being honest and being like a good person, I get from both you and Casper. The difference is he is an incel. He said so
Yeah.
himself.
He's similar.
I
He's
think-
just a
I
little
think
more
that's the
emotional,
difference.
a little more triggerable. Last time we were on panel, he was a bit upset with me.
I think you guys in another life would probably be brothers. I won't be real because you guys have a lot of similar.
I'd have to beat that emotion out of him if we were.
Well, that's what an older brother is for. I did it to my younger brother.
Based. Yeah, my older brother beat it out of me, bro. Good and proper.
My little brother, when I got older and I got weak because I got emotional, my little brother returned the favor. He's like, "Hey, why you being a bitch, bro? You used to be somebody." Like, well, calm down, little man. He mainly used his words and harsh jokes, and then a baseball bat when I hit him in the face. Ain't nothing like getting hit with an aluminum baseball bat in the fucking shin. Yeah, no, yes, Bumpkin told me I actually just downloaded it a few minutes ago. Thank you, Nightish. I mean, Casper, I don't think either one of you are actually wrong, and I don't think Crab is a hypocrite or anything about his beliefs, and I don't think you're nihilistic, Crab. I really don't. I think because of your discipline, your intelligence, and your morality, I think at least, and I'm being genuine, you are the closest thing to the Ubermensch that I know in my life, from what I've learned about you.
I don't even know what that is, brother.
You never read
no idea what that is.
Superman.
Never read.
Not trying to be gay, but like that's what the Ubermensch meant. The Overman, the better man, the new man.
It was gay. It's okay.
It's a little bit. That'll serve me later.
I just speak it how it is, bro. You have the discipline to be a bodybuilder. You have the intelligence. You literally measure yourself and control yourself. You are literally that. Like the actual Nietzschean version of the Ubermensch.
Oh, bro, Nietzsche's fucking based.
I now have
well, that's who. Well, that's who came up with the idea of the Ubermensch.
Oh, okay. I haven't read much. Like my favorite shit from him is Beyond Good and Evil. That shit hit.
Well, now, and if you're talking about Nietzschean nihilism and not the colloquial nihilism, yes, you are a Nietzschean nihilist, but that's not a bad thing either. Nietzschean nihilists do believe that, God is dead, life has no meaning, but it's that you make your own meaning in life. And from what I see about you are definitely that.
When I think of typical nihilism, I think of it as like quitting, giving up, everything sucks, so why care? With I believe, life's meaningless, but you're here, so you might as well do something to make it better while you're here.
And that's actually Nietzsche's way. That's actually Nietzschean nihilism, and he's the creator of nihilism. Nihilism become that nothing matters, that type shit under communism in the USSR. That's actually they are the ones who developed that form of nihilism because it was a rejection of anything traditional, i.e. the church or anything.
Fair. Yeah, fuck with it.
So there's a reason I blame them damn liberals. When I say them damn liberals, I actually mean communists. McCarthy was right. You can't change my mind.
You're a socialist though. And communism and socialism is kind of locked in.
I'm sorry. Do you know who said that? A fucking communist, and I don't believe communists. No, unironically, like that's partially a joke, but like unironically, Lenin. Let me look up the actual quote.
Maybe that was the carrot. I was like, oh, don't worry, socialism leads to communism.
Yeah, because he said in a speech, I think it was socialism leads to communism. I forget what exactly he said. And he told everyone. The quote: "The goal of socialism as communism is attributed to Vladimir Lenin and is frequently cited in discussions about Marxist theory." And that's the thing. I am not a Marxist. To me, socialism predates Marxism.
Yeah, but communism always leads to socialism.
I think capitalism and communism lead to socialism because both systems inevitably fail and cannibalize one another.
Yeah.
And socialism, at the end of the day, to me, this is what socialism means to me, right? Is that we as individuals pay taxes, we contribute into society, and that grand arching society reinvests the resources and wealth back into the community and uplifts one another so that people can be more productive for the next generation.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Because that's just how it's all that, and that's how it's always been done up until the past 100 years, at least, in my opinion.
I hate this socialism, communism stuff. I think society needs a mix of capitalism and socialism.
I agree with that, actually. That's why I'm a national socialist. I know it doesn't sound like it, but the capitalism comes with the nationalism. You know what I'm saying? Because like without a nation state, you're not gonna have things like property rights and shit. So it's kind of
Yeah.
And like whenever communists start talking about like we should abolish private property, all right, Brokey, calm down. Hold on, I own a house. You're not taking my shit from me. Like I'll let you stay with me, especially if you're hot. But you're gonna earn your fucking keep. You're either gonna suck or clean.
Communism can't work like true communism. Like you can't just fucking barter. Like you need currencies, you need enforcement of currencies, you need rights and shit.
There is no idea. The idea of true communism isn't even achievable because on an ideological standpoint, it's whoever picks up the ideology and decides what is true, this, true, that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what were you saying, Crab? What was your?
I mean, if it was like true communism, then it is basically might makes right, force doctrine. Because if there's no one to stop me, I'm taking all your shit.
Well, that's kind of why I don't like libertarianism, because I despise the belief of horseshoe theory. And Bumpkin, you could back me up on this because me and you studied a lot of it, and you're even more versed than I am. If you agree. The thing about it is like the issue with communism and libertarianism is at the end of the day, the outcome is a map of Crusader Kings, right? Because might makes right, and you're going to end up with a bunch of little warlords with their own fiefdom, their own manpower, their own little localized economies, and you're going to have people that are de facto states fighting and vying for power within those regions. And not to mention, look at the damage, because we mentioned North Korea when you were questioning me, right? But look at Eastern Europe, right? The IQ, and this is why I understand that question. And I wanted to say this, but I didn't want Flo to fuck with me about being a National Socialist. The reason I stand 10 toes down on it being 50-50 environment and evolution, because the way we have our society impacts our evolution, right? And for the longest periods in time, our society has pretty much been stagnant. It's been more or less right wing. And when you look at communist countries in the East, in Eastern Europe, their IQ level has dropped significantly because of communism.
Yeah, definitely culture. Like genetics gives you a possibility, gives you potential. You have to develop it. It's like like with bodybuilding, like genetics plays a huge part. But if you don't, like if you have to still develop it to find out where your potential is. Like the same as with intelligence and all, like everything.
Casper, why are you spurging right now?
Casper's cool. Casper's cool.
Casper is
well,
chat engagement.
Nobody said that, Casper. Nobody said that. Nobody said that you have to be quiet. I mean, I think Casper's just bad with the ladies, right? You want to know my honest opinion? I think Casper is bad with the ladies, but I think when it comes to standing up like to someone against communism, I think that he would be a badass in the trenches, you know? Not every person is going to be good at everything. I don't think just because he's bad with the ladies that invalidates him as a, and I'm talking like a fucking leftist, but I don't think that makes him a bad person, you know what I'm saying, or lame.
No.
I think he's just bad with the ladies.
Yeah.
I don't even know if he's bad with the ladies. I think he maybe just quits too easy when it comes to those sorts of things.
I don't think he's a bad person at all. I was just telling him, you know.
Oh, well, I'm wrong. Base Casper. All right. Casper's like, I fuck. Hold on, wait a minute. I fuck.
That statement don't mean shit. You could be talking about two people.
True, but you know what? He still fucks.
We should.
What I'm saying is I like you, Casper, and I think you're cool regardless of you being an incel. A self-proclaimed incel. What I'm saying.
I like Casper. I fuck with Casper. The only issues I ever have with him is that he needs to learn to take a breath. He needs to learn that there's other people on panel, and he doesn't have to do 99% of the talking. And he needs to not go on tangents. Keep it on point.
All of them. There is an exception. There is an exception, and they are the rule. I think I'm saying the not Balkans, not like the Yugoslavs, but the Balkans or the Estonian, the places where Estonia, Latvia, and those three countries. I can't remember the other one. That's the difference, and that's because culturally those places have been like ultra right wing, even under communism, basically. So like they kind of did their own little shit, but like they're the only ones that really didn't get affected. Like Poland, Yugoslavia, Russia itself kind of got fucked by the whole, got fucked by communism with the IQ thing. Yeah, I don't know what it's called. I thought they were both no, not the Caucasus. I thought the Caucasus were Azerbaijan, Georgia, that sort of, yeah, Lithuania. I think those are the, what are they? I know the Balkans are, I don't know, maybe I just don't know the regional names. Yeah, no, Tito, as far as communist leader goes, Tito was kind of a badass as far as communist leaders go. There are some communist leaders that I do respect. Stalin is one of them. Tito is one of them. Pol Pot is one of them. I don't really have a lot of respect for Mao because of the stupid shit he did.
You did not say Pol Pot.
Yeah, but hey, bro, you know, Pol Pot's that guy, bro.
If you wear glasses,
yeah. If you wear glasses, shot.
Based. You need to cleanse the gene pool.
That's actually the reason. That's actually the reason my friend's dad was talking about eugenics. I'd be shot. I wear glasses.
Oh, true.
That's not the reason why, though. His reason was he had a disdain for intellectuals, and he viewed anyone with glasses as intellectuals. Rude. I'm not making that up, by the way. That is.
Yeah, no, that's actually his stated reason for shooting people for wearing glasses.
He stated that as his reason.
How do we get this man on panel?
He's dead. It's Pol Pot.
Yeah,
oh,
he
oh no, I thought you were
Khmer Rouge.
Oh, I thought you were talking about someone who,
No, my friend's dad was like, "You wear glasses."
Yeah, I thought you were talking about his friend's dad.
Oh no, dude, my friend's dad is, he hates me, but he loves me to death. He looks at me as one of his wayward sons. And ever since my pop died last year, he kind of like basically adopted me. But like, he hates that I'm a National Socialist, and I turned his son into a National Socialist. He hates it. But as he's listened to us more, he's not changed his mind, but he's softened his stance on it. It's like, I get why you boys believe in it. It's funny because like he's He's a Canadian who led the. He's a Quebecois, and he was a huge leader in the marijuana party up there. And he's informed a lot of my later political beliefs because me and him talk a lot. Me and him agree on a lot. He's just more anarchist, and he doesn't like that I call him a communist, but that's kind of what he is. But he doesn't like government in general. But he's like, if I had to choose, like I would be a communist, just because the ideals they align more with me.
People connect National Socialism to Nazism too easily, but I believe you can be a National Socialist without being a Nazi. I think to be a Nazi it requires like totalitarianism and all sorts of things that aren't required for National Socialists.
It depends, right? In truth, it depends, right? Would I be if I was a German? Would I be a member of the NSDAP? Absolutely. Up until 1940. Hey, darling, how you doing?
Hey.
I'm gonna mute you because the thing, because the feedback. But like the 1940s, like once the war really got bad, and I'm not talking about bad for Germany, like when it was still up in the air who was gonna win, that's when Hitler became a Führerist. In the 1940s, like you're saying, totalitarianism.
Yeah.
People don't realize that National Socialism was thrown out in favor of Führerism, and Uncle A always talked about doing this. That's why he says Germany needs one leader, one person. And that's when the principles and beliefs of National Socialism were thrown out into whatever the hell Hitler and the SS believed was then in power in like I believe it was the 1940s or the 1940 when that started.
Yeah.
People don't realize that a lot of National Socialists got killed from the Night of the Long Knives onward for being National Socialists and not being Führerists either. But you can't tell them that.
Oh, they'll throw a fucking temperature on that.
Yeah. Anybody who went against Hitler or any of his inner circle were deemed enemies of the state, even if they were National Socialists.
Based. Sorry, I mean, no, that's terrible.
You just heard enemy of the state. I have a video on the Khmer Rouge. Now I'm triggering two different versions of history. Well, no, and that's the thing. Like, I love history, and when we're talking about the education system, Flo is completely right. The best way to learn is to be engagement. That was during the Night of the Long Knives, not lost, and that was, what brothers was it?
It wasn't the socialist aspect; it was the communist aspect.
Yeah, true. But he's also not wrong because both the nationalist and socialist aspects continue to be purged up until 1943. Again, people who did not agree with Hitler's Führerism were excommunicado from National Socialism, even if you were an ardent National Socialist.
I got the dual fucking camera set up. Let's go.
Based.
Did you know that during the Khmer Rouge era in 1970s, led by Pol Pot, intellectuals and those who wore spectacles were specifically targeted? Pol Pot's regime considered these individuals a threat to their ideology, leading to persecution and harsh treatment. Wearing spectacles was seen as a sign of education, making people susceptible to forced labor, execution, and suffering. This chilling targeting had devastating consequences, leaving a profound impact on Cambodian society. Pol Pot's action.
Now, let me ask this, right? I think that's Anger Casper. Is that you? Did you get pulled?
Yeah, it's me. I wanted to, dude. I have to say this, okay? Because like, I wonder if you know about this. So when you said like how, Germany had, when Germany ate shit, like when actual Germans, like the good Germans, were eating shit, during that time. Like, were you aware that how much more it was prevalent in the communist countries? Like, I'll give you an example. Like in Balkans, there was 2 tribes in Serbia specifically. So there was the Chetniks, which were like the royalists, right? And then there was the partisans, which were the commies, right? And you can see this across other nations. It was just, different names, but the same principles. Do you get what I mean? Like, if people watch Peaky Blinders, there's some truth in that history that they're presenting, but not really, whatever. But what I wanted to say is, like, there was a lot of, like, infighting in each nation during world wars between the factions, and typically one would pick the mustache man, the other would pick the red
Other
fucking- the
mustache
bear
man, but communist.
the other mustache, just pick a fucking hairstyle, you know what I mean? Like, and it was interesting. And then you had, like, if you actually watch how the battle lines moved, you can get like picks as to who would have won if the war stayed stagnant, if that makes sense. Like, yeah, like history is fucking cool, but like,
Oh yeah,
there
no,
is-
history is amazing.
but this is where Americans miss, because they're, and I'm going to pick on you too. It's like there is such thing as like national reputation. Do you get what I'm getting at here, or no?
I do.
Yeah,
why are we
and
picking on me?
it's, huh?
You said we're gonna
No,
pick on-
because you're the 2 residential Americans that I know
Oh.
for sure are American at this stage.
You don't know. I
Oh
live
yeah,
in
brother.
Brazil.
I'm actually a son of the Confederacy.
Oh, fuck off. What is it? Here's some numbers. 0. What was it? Percentage of people actually own slaves. It's like some silly small number. So, like, if you want to, if we were aliens, you could literally say there was like a class revolution.
I'm in the South. I'm ready for the South to rise again.
Jesus
Lady.
Christ.
Okay, I'm muting. That's all I want to say. But like, yeah, history's weird.
Have you, Casper? Have you ever read For My Legionaries?
I read mostly Serbian literature because I consume English media, if that makes sense. But I have a take on that. It's like in my 20s, I kind of worked out, or I heard it, whatever. Like when you read books about those opinions, it's going to stifle your own from developing, if that makes sense. Like everything that you guys were talking about education, I kind of already swallowed that pill. So it's like, I'll tell you the book that broke me. And it was A Brief History of Time by fucking the chair guy. What's his name? Stephen Hawking's, right? And what was
The
interesting in
chair
that book,
guy.
yeah, the fuck whatever, but
Yeah.
you can't have it all. You know what I mean? Like you have the highest IQ. You're so smart that you can pull bitches even in
AKA
a
Ask
fucking
Queen.
wheelchair. Then whatever. But what I was meaning is like he would explain how he developed a theory, and then how he used his own mind to actually either disprove the theory or explain how we will never know. So, like, I'll give you an example. Like, he was talking about the Big
Sup,
Bang.
KDK?
So it's like, picture this. We zoom out
Go.
so much that you see the Big Bang as a dot, right? So it's like, imagine, like, if there was all these other dots, but would we ever be aware and, like, how they're moving, comparing to each other? Because there would be no communication between them. Because he was trying to work out, it's like, because it's like, because of the presence of these other things that could cause a new Big Bang. It's like, trying to explain that atheists fucking give us one miracle or we can explain the whole world, right? Give us Big Bang and we can tell you everything. It's like, okay. But then you have the same infinite regression as religious people do. So why should I trust your bullshit? And that's more double O's. Anyway, I'm done. That's me speaking normally. I like to speak slow because slow people need people to speak slow to relate to, and then they can consume the knowledge. But if I don't fly my plane for a long time, people get confused. I can't help it. How's that?
Fair enough. Fair enough. It's this book right here, by the way, the one I'm talking about.
No, yeah, please. Just Cliff Notes. I trust you enough to just. take
I'm
Cliff
not
Notes.
going to tell you about. It's by Cordriano from the Iron Guard in the I think it was 1938 between 19. 45. I can't remember.
I can
But
give
it's
you. I can give you a summary without giving him like a full summary if you want me to.
all right. But it's called For My Legionaries, and I'm a memer, and I want a cover of that book. If anybody knows how to do it, I want a cover of that book instead of For My Legionaries. I want to say For My Niggas. I just feel like that would be the greatest thing in the face of the planet. No, look, okay, look. I don't say that to be fucking edgy. Look at the book. It's
Endearment. A term of endearment. I know.
look at it. For My Legionaries. It's the cover of the book right there, and I just wanted to say
Oh
For My
my
niggas.
god.
Orthodox, I
that would
think
be the-
Skunk put her phone number in the back chat for you, mate.
Okay, I got it.
For anybody that needs it, I'm here.
It never gets old. There's always it never gets old. All right, it's always gonna be funny.
For my
Exactly, no chaser. Would you not, if I gifted you a copy of For My Legionaries, but it said For My Niggas, would you not love and appreciate that slightly more than a regular gift of For My Legionaries?
I got a serious question after.
Oh God bless! I went dead air.
No, okay. For them in regards to education, okay, because I was banging from chat, but fucking B lady made me, okay, was requested, okay, someone dared me. I was gonna say, in regards to education, it's like I think there's a big disconnect between on the Western end, because it's like now every kid is getting an opportunity to the higher education. Like no one is failing kids. Like there's too many participation trophies. It's like it's not that they're not even competing. It's the people who are marking them not based on merit. They're marking them based on a whole bunch of other bullshit. And everyone's wondering why the kids are all fucked up. And by the way, statistically, kids have higher and higher levels of anxiety. And if you want to find more out about it, there was a study that went really popular when the tapes bullshit on Netflix.
13 Reasons.
Yeah. Like when that came out, there was a whole bunch of shit, and the manosphere then was like all raging about it. And I think that's when there was like a study done. It's like there's a higher and higher level of anxiety in children. Like it's a constant trend. So this education bullshit's like, no, the kids can tell at this early age something's fucked up. It's like 20 years ago we didn't know what the fuck hypergamy was. You know, it was a song, it was a meme, right? And now it's like, oh, it's a state of fact, and deal with it. It's like, okay, dude, what? That's a social contract being broken in the culture, which was correct thing, but that's not the difference between like communist countries. And because in China you fail, you fucking not best university, you go clean car. Here it's like no, here have a chance at university, do a bachelor of arts or fucking media studies and corporate culture bullshit. I don't know, man. I'm done.
I mean, that's kind of fly.
That's fly. That's pretty fly. Skunk, I got a question real fast. Are those face tattoos?
For me?
Yeah.
Hold up. What that?
Wait,
yep.
You don't trust me, Skunk? That's crazy.
I don't trust any OG motherfucker. I'm so young. I just got in this skin, okay? I don't want to jump out of it again. So I'm saying, flick off of Discord.
Donna in Austin, Texas. What do you mean? Kadrianu was a great man, a good guy even, and he died a long time ago.
I don't believe in death. That's really insane, but I don't. I watch questions.
Yeah, Kadiranu, I mean, shady shit, you know what they're talking about, Orthodox. But,
no, I don't actually. You care to enlighten me?
That he was he was a fascist. That's what they're talking about.
Oh, yeah, no, dude. To me, that's not shady. I'm a fascist.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But Kadiranu from Religion.
Oh, 13 she was talking about 13 reasons.
Oh. Gotcha.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Right.
So
But
what does that face tattoo say? It looked like it was words.
It is words and a symbol. Well, not really a symbol, but two numbers. One number, just one up and one inverted. One inverted, one horizontal and vertical. That's it. That's what I was looking for. Longitude and latitude. It says sucker, spelled different. 88, pain, spelled different.
a 88.
Yes, it's 88. It's
Like the eighth letter in the alphabet.
Or I think she's saying double A,
Oh, okay.
like AA. Thought she said 88 for a second. Like, oh, fuck.
It is 88.
It's 88. You have 88 tattooed on your forehead.
Well, no, it's together. It's binded together. It's 1/8. It's just one's going one way and one's going the other.
So
It's
88.
infinity in the form of a flower, I guess.
Kind of, sort of, yeah. Yes.
We're cooked.
Oh, frick.
That is wild.
I just.
Yeah, don't tell people you've got 88 tattooed on your forehead. Just say
Yeah,
infinity.
yeah, I wouldn't do
Yeah.
that if I were you.
But man, what about Delaware and Hart?
That would be the letter 8, madam.
But have you ever heard of channel called Base Camp with Simone and something Orthodox?
No, I have not.
Bro, if you ever like need topics, I'm gonna link it. And if you're dry, like I'm pretending I'm your producer, okay? Like if somebody asks me what your channel is about, this is my first impression, okay? So I'm giving you market research. Based Camp with Simone and Malcolm. Okay, so this is what I would, because I've been sending this to a few people. No, panelists should be reacting to this because they touch on so many topics, and these people would cook everyone. They're not my favorite, but I'm gonna find you their channel. Fucking ads. I need to get a better ad blocker. What am I doing? These guys. Like open it up on second channel and just go through and read the fucking episode. By the way, Elon Musk follows them, okay? Just so you know. Like Elon Musk.
Oh my god, I just saw these guys.
Really?
Because yes, the My Little Pony episode that they did. Hood Servative, I was literally watching in another tab.
Really?
Because I saw
Bro,
it. Yeah, no, this is what I saw
fine.
Hood Servative talking about. Hold on, real
Yeah.
quick. And I was scrolling through it and I just saw them on there. Are they like left wingers?
Dude, no. Hell no. Okay, so this is what's funny. I showed this to Double O. And there was a few people and they couldn't stand the way they looked, and it was funny. Like I found it hilarious because it's a bit, like it's a gag, but she's like autistic. Like you can
So
go through the history of the channel.
This is
Go.
what I saw, right? This is what I
Yeah,
saw
yeah.
Hood Servative doing a stream on. And then
I haven't
this is
seen
what I
this.
saw.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
what I mean. You'd love covering this shit.
Yeah, no, he said Hood Servative was saying that they're claiming that My Little Pony is selling fascism to little white girls.
No. Some of this shit is clearly baiting, but like if you look at like the other topics, they touch on IQ and race and all sorts of fucked up shit. They're like pro nihilism. They're like pro Christian nihilism. No nihilism, natalism. Is that the English word? I went back to my autistic mind. I'm sorry. I don't
I'll
want
be
to spin like you.
I think
Plus it's
Skunk
entertaining.
might
Huh?
be. I think Skunk might be upset.
Oh.
Why?
Check the chat.
What's in the chat? What? I don't get it. I don't read chat because I get triggered and then it's
Darling,
bad
I have no
audio.
idea what you mean by that. No
I
hard
think
feelings.
because I said don't tell people you've got 88 tattooed on you. Like that's not good. Maybe she doesn't like 88. Typically means like the 8th letter of the alphabet. H.
No, that's
Which
what
is
they
a-
say it means.
It's
80.
That's
80
what people
88
that's what people will
yeah.
get from it.
Yeah, the ADL has convinced people that 2-8 side by side is a racist thing, skunk.
The
They
same
say
with
that
the
it
other
mean, that
thing.
they say it stands for the 8th letter of the English alphabet, which is H. So HH, Hell Hitler. It's completely wrong. It is racist. 88 is racist. But
Is
it
it?
stands for the 8 it stands
Oh,
for the 88
man.
the 88 precepts, which the reason that people typically have 1488 tattooed or marked on their body is for the 14 words, which is the 88th precept and the 88 precepts. And the 14 words are to secure the existence of our people and a future for white children, da 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 da.
Oh my god, I can't deal with racists, bro.
Which, I mean, at the end of the day, that's just human fucking nature. So I don't view it
Yeah,
as racist.
tribalism is, but like, there's so many arguments pro and against it. But it's like, okay, so here's a black pill. It's like we're either gonna live in a society or we're gonna live like animals. This pick and choose shit is everyone's confused. Like,
Why can't
don't
it be
attack
both?
me, attack my argument. What?
Why
Which
can't it
one?
be both? Why can't we be animals in a society?
Because that's, I don't know, it doesn't work.
Are
Historically,
we animals, Casper?
sure, but we have language,
Do
right?
animals not communicate?
Not to the extent we do.
Yeah, I don't think we'll ever escape the
Okay.
animal nature completely.
I'll give you the best arguments to attack mine. It's which animals know that they're going to die, and a simplified version of that is like which animals can you put a mirror in front and they'll know they're looking at themselves and not another of their species or whatever.
Yeah,
but
there's a
it's
few
like
types.
elephants know they're gonna die, but elephants know to like come to us and ask for help. They know how to say thank you. There's a lady who's like doing all this research now, and she's like, there's this huge sanctuary somewhere in fucking Indonesia of elephants, and she's just trying to record the words said to behavior. And there's this whole whale thing, which also happens, how whale pods can talk, but then you can see like A can talk to B can talk to C, but not the others. And now you can throw it to IQ, right? The language of Aborigines, because I can't learn as many languages as they can. There's no fucking way. So who's opening the doors and who's walking in? Like, I don't want to do either, bro. You need Jesus, okay? A set of morals.
Nobody needs Jesus.
Yeah, fluid morals are going to save the West. You're right, bro. Just one more wave.
Everything's fluid.
Can I ask
Even
you
your
something? Can I
Jesus
ask you-
morals are fluid.
Okay. Can I ask
Casper.
you a question?
Even God's morals are fluid.
Sure. Can I ask you a question? Like, we're not debating God, but it's like, do you still self-identify as a feminist, or were you trolling me?
When did I self-identify as a feminist?
Okay, you were trolling
When
me. See,
the
that's
fuck
the
have
issue.
I ever done that?
That's the
I've-
issue with trolls.
I didn't
don't know you
troll.
guys-
I have
you
never
said it.
trolled
You
that.
said it.
No,
You said
I
it.
might
was
have,
our
might have said it
second
sarcastically because
interaction.
you
Yeah,
or Joe
sure.
claimed I was.
Okay. But see, that's the problem that I have. It's like, not with you, but let's say there'll be Resto's the worst example. It's like two truths and a lie, how he says. It's like, bro, if I can't tell when you're trolling, when you're not trolling in a serious conversation, then you get all sorts of calibration problems between us
To be
communicating.
fair, Resto's an entertainer.
Yeah, but now if he's going to be jumping in and having serious conversations, it's like you have to delineate from what is a skit and what is performative art, right? Because
That's kind of his whole
anyway.
shtick, though. Everything is performative.
Yeah, but he's so fucking fluidly moral that he called two different bitches he wanted to bang to the same party and expected no problems to happen. And
That's hilarious.
and like downstream
that's actually very funny. Actually,
yeah, but like downstream from that, you having a conversation with somebody else up here, and there's all these issues and reverberations of bad juju, bad vibe, bad karma. It's like,
Anyway, Casper, I'm going to tell you something
Fluid
I've said
morals.
like
Go.
over and over on panels, and you mustn't have heard it. I would
Sure.
never identify myself as anything. I think self-identification is retarded. What I think I am, what you think you are, is probably not even close to what you actually are. I
Sure.
think when people self-ID, it's more of a that's a goal. That's like what they want to be, but it's not actually what they
Okay.
think what they are.
But if there is such thing as feminism in this world, would you be in support of it, or would you be an opponent
No,
to it, or would you be
no,
neutral?
I think there's good
I think
aspects and
you'd be
bad aspects
neutral.
of almost every ideology and every movement. There's good and bad aspects. You'd find feminist
Right.
feminist things that I think are good, and you'd find feminist things that I think are just fucking retarded.
Okay, so you're neutral. That's where me
Yeah,
and you. Yeah, that's where me and you disagree. That's the big disagreement, and everything else just devolves to personal bullshit. I
So
don't
you're
do that.
you're
'Cause
completely anti-feminism, though.
I am. I at this stage, yes.
What aspects of feminism would
Birthright.
you possibly be convinced to change your mind on?
Birthright.
Like-
Birthright. Birthright. Super simple. Birthright.
So because of
Every-
birthright, you
yeah.
think feminism shouldn't?
Yeah,
Feminism's
I would
bad
say
because birthrate's
birthright.
down.
Sure. If you want to look at the population of animals in the world, like let's say orcas, you look at their birthright. It's like how many pandas are fucking and reproducing, and what happens when we stick them in a zoo? They don't want to fuck, right?
I think that's just fears, though.
Fear,
I don't
okay.
think there's
Ah,
any.
there,
now I'm
there
nihilistic.
is,
Okay,
there
I'm
is
done.
some truth.
No,
There,
it's not-
there
it's not.
is some truth to it, Crab. There is some truth.
Yeah,
to it.
there's truth to it, but I think it's overblown. I think it's feared. I think
I saw
say-
our first
Okay.
argument ended with me telling you I saw a pregnant lady out because you I thought you were being sarcastic. I could
Do you
tell you
want
were
to
being on.
hear
Wait,
my
wait,
view
wait,
on it,
wait,
or
wait,
you
wait.
just want
Wait,
another
no,
opportunity to
no,
talk
no,
over me?
no. I want to tell you what my problem is right now. Clearly, I was
You don't.
doing
How
that
can you
'cause
tell me?
didn't
How
want
can
to
you tell me what
debate.
your
You went
problem is with me if
personal,
you don't
you
even know my
motherfucker.
opinion, Casper? How are you gonna?
I remember
How do you
everything
do
you
that?
say.
How?
That's just
So
my
you
mind.
wouldn't you want to know what I think about that?
How?
So you could tell me.
You said you're
problem?
neutral about feminism, and
Well,
then I said,
no.
have
What he said
seen
is he
some-
believes that there's good and bad in it.
Yeah,
He doesn't believe it's 100% bad.
it's a boring
That's not
answer.
neutral.
It's a very boring answer. It lets you fence it.
It's
Yeah,
nuanced.
but it's
It's more
fair
nuanced
answer.
In the state that we're in, it didn't counter anything I said. I asked them a legitimate question. If you were to look at the population and how healthy it is, one of the metrics as a biologist, because I don't use religion to debate,
How
would
do you
be
measure
to look at the
health?
population numbers, correct?
What metric are you using to gauge the health of a population? Just sheer numbers, or
That's I
because I
think
would
that's
measure
a
it by that.
pretty good. Well, okay, we disagree again.
Yeah, well,
Population
like,
that's going into a
the
collapse
health
in
of
an
a
inverted
health of a-
pyramid is sick.
Health of a population to me would consist of like metrics, prosperity,
GDP, okay.
physical health, education,
How long
these
they
sorts
live,
of things.
right?
Like you could have
Education.
you could have 500,000 people who have a much better healthy
So-
population than
So when
500
the
billion
guy
people.
said
Like
when the guy
size-
said that he wants kids to start school at 13, you didn't say anything.
don't think I was on the panel when that happened.
Yeah, it was Clue. You were up there. It was Clue when he said that.
Doesn't matter. But that's what I'm saying. It's like you can't fence it, motherfucker. It's boring.
How am
It's
I
like-
fencing it?
I don't think
I
he's
argue with both
fencing.
sides. I
Yeah,
argue with both
that's fine.
sides. I don't sit.
Do
on
you
the
want to
fence.
know the Muslim one, the worst one? They don't even want to give their girls education. I disagree with that. My personal opinion is the more liberal the female is in the society that's functioning, the more productive that society is going to be, the more innovative, the higher IQ, etc., etc. And
You
here's
know,
a
believe it
funny-
or believe it or not, Casper, this is actually something that I agree with feminism on. It's an
What's that?
adjustment period. Women no longer have to be with crazy, abusive loser men. Women can have
I
bank
think
accounts. Women can
there's
own
other
property.
aspects of it too, like economic, housing,
but then,
like all sorts
sure,
of
but-
reasons people
wait.
aren't breeding.
Here's a funny one to counter what he said. It's like, here's a black pill meme. I should have been a criminal. So it's like, on default, chicks seem to prefer narcissistic men. So it's like, loser men are the ones that are driving the world because they have to do extra to how can I put this? Like they tend to be the givers, not the takers, because they have to give more in order to prove themselves. But
women don't.
if you
prefer
don't give them the carrot, then they stop giving, and this is
That's
where
why
you
women-
get the whole men who are married make more money. as a
Women
god.
don't prefer narcissistic men. Narcissistic
I'm not
men are just have an ability to manipulate women better. What women want more is confidence, and unfortunately, confidence and competence looks a lot like I don't give a fuck, which is the criminal mindset. These two things look very similar.
Okay.
But all they want is competence and confidence because they desire
Right.
safety and strength.
You're right. Let's just let the population crash.
Here's the thing, right?
I'm not doing this.
Crab-
It's really, but
Well,
anyway.
Casper, Crab is
Yeah.
correct.
In
this particular aspect.
There's law between me and him that you're not aware of. Like, I don't have this conversation with him because it always ends up looking like this, but he chases it. So I was like, fuck it. Okay.
You brought it up.
You're a
You made it
pro-troll.
into this.
I did
You
now.
asked
I
me
did
if
now.
I identify as a feminist. I didn't
Yeah,
bring this up.
because you told me you did sarcastically.
No, I
And I
didn't.
said, okay. It was the second time we interacted on the thing. You can go
called
back
me
and
a
find it.
feminist. You called me a feminist in a chat one day.
Maybe.
And then I
Probably.
laughed.
Since
and
then
mocked
I
you
do.
about
Since
it,
then I
saying,
do.
"Oh
Since
yeah, I'm
then
a
I do.
feminist."
Since then
Sarcastically.
I do. Since then I do. It was the night that I had the fight with teriyaki chicken. That's when it happened. If you want to go exactly find it, but like I don't give a fuck, bro. Like it
No,
doesn't
I don't
bother me.
care either way.
Yeah, so it's sweet.
See, you guys are just like you guys sound like me and my fucking brother, my best friend and his brother. Like y'all motherfuckers sound like
He's
two brothers
Australian
who.
and I'm a Kiwi. Like it's fine.
Yeah, you're literally brothers. I get it.
Like
I am
like-
not pro-choice, Casper.
okay, good. Thanks, fuck.
But I am also not pro-life.
I am. There was one thing that, like, the first time I debated, because fucking Jess keeps replaying it.
I think
could
you
hear it.
agree with me on the eugenics thing more so.
No,
am I
eugenics.
correct on that, Crab?
Yeah,
Eugenics is that's impossible. There's this thing
No.
called like the push to medium too, like which fucks it. Like no, it's just such a bad idea, dude. Like I can beat that up biologically. It's not even funny. It's like the diversity of genetic material in the population is another way of looking at how healthy it is, right?
That's not true at all.
Okay, incest is bad. Like
Yep,
chicks,
yep.
chicks, you always go for the opposite of the
A lack
what do
of
you call it?
diversity being bad doesn't
No, I
mean
said
ultimate
the
diversity
greater
is
the
bad.
genetic diversity, the more fucking less likely it's gonna get wiped out by a sneeze fest.
Yeah,
Like,
and
what do you guys call it?
Not laws. I've always promoted eugenics, bro.
And also, guess what, buddy? Too much different DNA causes the same exact effect. So
You're talking about the outliers, like in a bigger data set, like that doesn't.
No.
mean
Too
anything.
much
Inbreeding would be an
DNA.
outlier too.
Too much genetic
Inbreeding was an
DNA.
outlier
Too much.
too,
Yeah, inbreeding is an outlier. Genetic diversity is an outlier. The thing is, right?
Huh?
You need about 500 or 500,000 people or 5,000 people
Yeah, the number.
to
Okay.
not as the bare minimum baseline to not have a problem with inbreeding. So any numbers over 5,000, you're doing good. Here's the thing, right? Like
You're talking about the
yes.
minimum viable population, but it's like
obvious,
okay.
and it's to minimize inbreeding. Here's the
Yes.
thing, right?
Okay.
Here's the thing, Casper.
Okay.
Inbreeding causes a replication of DNA.
Well,
Which
let's
causes
not
it to
do
break.
outliers. Fuck it.
Well,
'Cause
no.
yeah.
I'm explaining.
Sorry, go.
Just let me explain the issues, right? Inbreeding causes a replication of DNA over and over and over again, which causes it to break down and become basically corrupted. Genetic diversity causes a cascade effect in mutation, which then causes it to break down and cause issues.
So I hate to say this, but strictly from a genetic standpoint and a biology standpoint, strictly the best case scenario for a population would be like 5th or 6th or 7th cousin. Strictly from a biological standpoint. because there's not too much DNA and there's not too much difference.
All right.
God,
all right.
I hate you all. I hate you so
Not
much.
laws. Not laws with the perfect fucking boom. All right, look, he said, don't promote eugenics. I like you guys, all right? And then, but I don't want you guys to get removed.
You guys are so bad.
Yeah, but
Hate you.
genetic diversity does
Yeah.
get rid of genetic redundancy, which is the problem with inbreeding. But genetic diversity causes cascading mutations, which is just like being inbred.
Okay. I forgot. Like, I can give you an example. I think this is the fucking wolves that you have in the, what's the name of that park that you guys have there? Yellowstone Park. Okay. There was something that got reintroduced there because they were missing, and their populations like recovered. And it happened at the same time as the otters fucking thing, which was another amazing thing they did, right?
Talking about wolves?
Yeah. So it's like,
for one,
you don't win this argument, dude.
Mixed people being hotter, that's a subjective thing. It's just your attraction.
Yes, it is.
And them being smarter, I've literally had to do this argumentation with
Smarter,
people on
not
truism, and they
really.
are not smarter by far. I mean, yeah, like here's the thing, right? On a purely IQ basis, right? And even
Yeah.
a outcome basis.
That's
If you're
super
looking at it
genetic.
as from American or Canadian or any European settler society, blacks are on the bottom and they have the lowest IQs. If they interbreed with whites, of course it's going to boost the IQ of mixed race children.
There is
Just like straight up.
Wait. There's because I'm giving you. Okay, shut up. After World War II, because I said this in Floss chats. Okay, after World War II, there was a whole bunch of African Americans that stayed behind in Germany.
That was World War One.
Whatever, fuck me. So you know the example I'm giving you, but
like
it's like
me, I'll still be second best.
those African, because I don't do this topic. Okay, it's not my lane, and I'm drunk. Okay, I've had a couple. So what was I gonna say?
You're good, Casper.
Bro, I'm not a dick drunk either. Okay, you're all tripping. There was
No, I said you're good. You're okay.
Yeah,
you're good.
thank you. High
You're just
five.
over here chilling.
There was yeah, they weren't dumber. They were like on par with the Aryan Germans that survived.
You're talking
which were
about
probably
you're talking about the
genetically more superior because they survived the war.
You're talking
Yeah.
about the Rhineland bastards. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And
Okay, I'll shut up.
The thing is, the vast majority of the Rhineland bastards were raised by single mothers because the Allied allowed African colonist troops to rape German women in the Rhineland.
Oh,
in World War
shut!
I.
Don't
No,
use
that is a fact.
Yeah, don't use
That is
that
a
word,
fucking
bro.
that is a fact.
It's
They
not
let them
those-
do it in World War
okay.
II too as well.
I am Black Pillar. I'm giving you vocabulary, okay? Just teaching you the words. Snuggle, struggle. Can you say it with me?
Okay, so Casper wasn't denying it. He was just trying to save your channel. That's what was going on.
Rape is fine to say on YouTube. I'm pretty sure it's just bad on TikTok.
Rod, I hate you. Like, okay.
Are you guys
I hear bigger channels saying
Can you say snuggle, struggle? It sounds so much sexier.
surprise sex is even better.
Yeah. No, because that can be that's like consent before or after, right? Do you get
Well, no,
what?
and I'm not saying that to disparage. There were a lot of black soldiers.
Oh.
Well, not a lot, but like I would say about 1/3 of the Rhineland bastards, their fathers did marry their mothers, and they were consensual relationships. I'm not saying every one of them,
Yeah,
but
of course.
it is a known fact that the majority of the Rhineland bastards, they are struggle snuggle babies because the Allies allowed certain things to go down. And,
No,
that's the thing. They allowed it to go down as a punishment, and that's what all occupiers have done throughout human history.
Can I give you a bit of like maybe some
you can. I gotta
Americans
put the
don't
dog
know?
out, so I'm gonna mute up and I'm gonna listen. All right.
Okay, so there's a little bit of history. Oh, I can hear myself through him. Nope. Okay, so it's like when Germans went at Soviets, they literally were doing scorched earth in a kind of fucked up way, the way that the front went, and they were doing the surprise snuggle, whatever, to the Russians a lot, right? So it's like when the front went the other way. I'm giving you the other history, okay? Like how I learned it from the other, from
Yeah,
Eastern Bloc.
the pro communists. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. So no, this is factual. Like They were just doing it. Trust me. Okay. So because Slavs were considered to be dirty white. They were viewed this on the same level as gypsies. Like these
Rightfully
camps
so.
that, yeah. Well,
I'm joking.
fuck you.
That was a joke.
I know. But when the Ruskies pushed back, there was a lot of payback because it's like in Stalingrad, just as many Russians died in Stalingrad as the entire like American force in that one battle, like numbers wise. It was literally like a crux because Stalingrad wasn't going to fall. It has Stalin's name in it. And so Stalin sent troops there. And fucking German generals were telling him, hey, we should just like go around this thing and surround it. Like, why do we have to fight it? And they were like, no, you have to take his name away from him. Okay. So nobody listened to the generals. So they were literally like, so much death. And then when they pushed back, there was another tank battle or whatever. And then when they kept pushing, then they found all these camps that we all know about. And then by the time they got to Germany, it was just like these dudes.
Yeah, but there's also
I'm not excusing it. I'm explaining it. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, but there's a fundamental flaw, right?
Yeah.
First off, the Dahlwenger Brigade.
Oh, you're going back to that. Sorry.
Yeah, the Dahlwenger Brigade. For one, first.
Yeah.
The Russian government implemented the scorched earth tactic so that Germany couldn't.
On the way there. But I was talking about the populace. Like they were literally fucking killing everyone. Like if a Russian chick got
Dahlwenger was literally executed. Wasn't he executed by? I can't remember. He was either prison or executed. I can't remember.
He was executed by SS.
Yeah, Dahlwenger was literally shot by the SS for raping and pillaging Russian civilians.
Yeah.
Dahlwenger was the commanding officer on the Eastern Front at that time, and it was his division made up of prisoners and ingrates that were doing that, and they were fucking shot and executed en masse. All right, the regular German army, especially the SS, the big evil guys, they didn't participate in rape and pillage.
I know a lot about it too.
The Soviet scumbags, because they're fucking communists. For one, I don't believe them about the camps, because they literally made everybody stay in the camps until they could go back and get equipment to view it. And when Germans invaded Poland, they found mass graves were communist revolution. See, here's what pisses me off.
I know
communist revolutionaries will kill the fuck out of people and then blame right wingers for ethnic cleansing. Like they'll kill the fuck out of anybody who doesn't agree with communism, and they're like, the right wingers are ethnically cleansing.
Remember what I said when I came up here? My original reason. It's like you literally during World War II, every nation had infighting between like the different political parties, right? Like that, you're 100% right. And then they blamed it on whomever, not themselves. Like depending whether they were the victors or the losers in which version of history you read. Like if I'm being honest, you have to like what I said. I understand what I said sounds fucking idiotic. Like you have to give me a lot of
laws. That comment, bro. That comment just got taken up by YouTube. That's crazy.
Which comment? Damn.
He knows which one.
I missed it.
Oh, it's almost like we're authoritarians. Crazy how that works. Sorry.
No, I just don't. I don't buy into the propaganda. If you can look at modern Israel today and still believe what was done to them was done to them, that's on you. That's your stupidity.
True fucking statement.
I know what you were gonna say.
Yeah, people who have gone through something like that, it does something to their psyche. They do not, in turn, do that to a weaker group beyond.
Here's another thing for World War II that I didn't see it covered, okay? But I did see it covered like in the Soviet bloc. There was the whole religious lines between these two fights that people kind of always forget about. Because it's like, if you look at it, one side was clearly more Catholic. And then you had the others, like you could literally look at every nation had its own flavor of Christianity. And some just chose to use total war bar religious means, if that makes sense. which is why some of them had red lines and the other ones had the other lines that I'm not mentioning on your channel regardless. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, if you look at it, and this will, sorry, nothing against Rude, but like when agnostics say Christians, it's like, it pisses me off because I bet you Muslims feel the same. It's like there is two distinct tribes of Christianity, in my opinion. There's the Orthodox, which is pretty fucking big in numbers, and then there's Catholics and all the offshoots of Catholicism. Because anyone that's all fucking method, whatever, it's like, no, you just pick something in Catholics you don't agree with, and you made a whole fucking point to make a church so you
Pretty,
can
you know,
use it for
I
control,
would,
whatever.
if you were Catholic, I would disagree with you, but because you're Orthodox, I see where
Nah.
you're coming from,
Yeah.
and there is no flaw to your logic there.
Orthodox, no,
I'm just being real. It's not just because I like Orthodox Christianity the most. He's not wrong.
It's the best guess.
Because
but here's the-
Protestantism is
yeah.
literally Catholicism with just disagreements about the Pope and or clergy.
Yeah, pretty much. But here's the thing with Orthodox, like Orthodox churches, we have a saying over there. I'm pretty sure it's constant cross all of them. It's like, if it's for home, it's not for the church. Now think about this, how big this huge difference this makes. It's like, no, we don't want your money, your fucking shit. Like, you have to take care of your home first. And church is just a place, if that makes sense. Do you get what I mean? And you can argue with the priest and talk to him like a man, because he's just a man. He can marry and have children, live a normal life. Like, he's just a man. And like, if you look at churches, they're always like small and humble because they're just there for their purpose. Like, there'll be one church usually, like, but this is more modern. Like, Serbian Orthodox Church, we have one church that we keep building, and it's opulent. It's in Belgrade. You can look it up. It's gorgeous, okay? But it's never finished. Every generation just keeps, it's a never-ending project. And every other church is this small little thing. But if you look at Catholics, for them, it's like, oh, you're going to leave your fucking land and your money to the church when you don't have kids or you die in a war. And then it's like,
Protestants do that as well.
exactly. And it's like, no, this is stupid. This is the whole, and then you have this separation of church and state. It's like, okay, dude, no, I get it. Everyone just have your own moral sets depending on what fucking Catholic flavor was above you. It's like, fuck me, bro. And then you look at the lines, like in America, how you guys have it divided, right? And everyone's like, look left, right, blah, blah. It's like, no, this is literally like those that have a religion and those that don't. Like, there's a parallel here, right? And it's not like, if you think about it, it's like all the big cities on the sides, we have all this technology and science, they're Democrats. And then you have people who are living on the land and all this shit, like the Bible Belt, that's forever been Republican. And it's two classes. Okay, now you can divorce religion from there and say it's literally two classes. You have the fucking 80% rich, the 20% of people who have 80% of the shit, and the vice versa. I don't know. It's not a question. It's just an observation from a foreigner.
What's your opinion on the Coptic Christians?
Coptics, they're probably purer than Orthodox, I guess. I don't know much about them. Like, I know of them.
I don't either. I know they're from Egypt.
Yeah, they're probably closer to like Orthodoxy than we are, but because there's a church down there that's really old. That's like the Church of Saint Mary. Am I wrong? Top of my head. But it's like, I can't
remember.
Here's a funny one for you. Okay, so I saw this video, and there's no way this was like, if this got staged, I'd be surprised because it's such a sin. Okay, so it's just in Russia or whatever, and this guy's driving his motorbike through a field in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. Okay, and he runs into a gate. Okay, as he runs into a gate, this priest turns up. And you can tell he's a priest because of the attire that he has. Opens the gate for him, speaks to him, and like guides him through to like get to where he's going. And I'm like, holy shit, I get shivers. And I read the chat, the comments on the side. And everyone's telling him is like, you literally ran into like a Christian monk in the middle of nowhere who opened the gate for you. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then you keep reading down. It's like, that guy knew you and knows you better than you know yourself. Like, these are the guys who like priests go to find guidance and get questions. Now you compare that in Orthodoxy, that's similar to Coptics, okay? It's like you find that you compare that in Orthodoxy, like where do Orthodox priests go to ask a question? And what do you have in Catholicism? You have a fucking temple that looks like a snake, and the guy whose word is the same as the one of God's. And he's like this opulent motherfucker sitting behind a bulletproof thing. Like, so you tell me, like, as an agnostic, like, if you were to look at the two religions, it's like, which one is more likely to have it right? Like, the guy who's look for guidance from monks, you know, the Tibetan monks or whoever the equivalent of, or the dudes who ask the guy who has all the fucking jewelry. Okay, can I go back to being autistic now? I'm just whatever.
You stopped? I couldn't tell.
No.
That whole 15-minute rant was autism. What do you mean?
If you couldn't keep up, I'm not speaking in
I could
slow.
keep up. There was just too many places I'd want to interject, and you can't
Well,
handle
tell me
being
which
stopped.
ones. Sure, which ones?
The fuck you think I keep a notepad?
I don't know. Can you recall
Hey,
it? Like,
Cynthia?
I can tell you the ones I think you would
fuck?
interrupt. Like the one that I think would be maybe the comparison. Like, what is the chance of this happening and not being made up? Would be one.
Oh no,
The
no,
other
there
one would
was
be
so
the
much,
differences.
there was so much more before that story.
What? I'm curious. Whatever.
Well,
don't
open to
complain
being
about it if you can't.
Be open to being stopped for an interjection, then Casper, and then maybe I will.
Okay. Okay. My fault. It's because I'm a man. Okay, whatever.
What? No, it's because you can't. You're like ADHD and you cannot stop your train of thought.
Yeah, because I had to land it. It was like a religious thing, and you're agnostic.
Pumpkin, do you
No.
work tomorrow?
Can you answer my question in it, though? Because there was a question. It's like, which one would you believe, the Orthodox or the Catholics? Based on my observation, like as to who decides.
I personally
Whatever.
believe neither, as you know, because I'm agnostic. But I do feel like if
which
God and
one's-
hell and all these things were an actual reality, I do believe you may need a certain amount of force to save people if it's something that real and serious.
I don't think like what's funny is we don't really learn much about hell in Orthodoxy. It's not really a concept, if that makes sense. It's really weird. Like that's more of like a fear that Catholics use. Because what's funny, if you look at the hardcores, okay, like the people who live it, I'm not one of them. Like the Catholics look forward to dying. Like their hardcore devotees are likely to point at you and say, "Fuck you, heathen, you're going to hell." The Orthodox ones are gonna be the ones, quote unquote, planting the seed or trying to have a conversation with you based on reason and logic. So my original question to you was, it's like, not whether you believe it or not, but like if you were to observe it and it was true, who do you think is more likely to have it right? The Catholics or the Orthodox? And there is other delineations, like he said, the Coptics, okay? And there's etc. But I'm just saying, if we take the two major ones, it'll be the Orthodox and the Catholics.
I don't know how you answer that question because under the context of if it was true, then it'd be whichever the truth is closer to. Like,
yeah, but like,
because if they're both different, they're both.
I don't know if you're being bad faith or you didn't get it.
No, I'm not. Like, if what
Really?
was true, what specifically?
Okay. So I could give you that analogy using cars if you want.
No, just stick to what you're doing because I don't want you to get stuck
sure.
on another
So
tangent.
if you have a group of religious zealots who go to the guy who's trying to live as humble as possible, okay? He doesn't have temples, okay? He doesn't have opulence. That's how he's trying to reach the divine. Okay, so that you can use monks, you can use whatever, or you look at Catholics and their Pope sits behind a bulletproof glass in temples made of fucking jewelry.
To be fair, the Pope sits behind bulletproof glass because there was an attempt on a Pope in the past.
I get it, but it's a play on words. Like, I mean, Catholic, the Vatican, hello, like, need I say more? They're like a state in a state.
Fair enough.
Right, and then the other one is a dude who you run into when you need help on a random fucking path, and he opens the door for you and then points you where to go and cuts fucking branches and says,
What's up,
"Go
Mike?
this way."
Yeah, but you're pointing at an outlier
whatever
of an individual who's probably far
Sure,
above the standard
sure.
Orthodox Christian.
Sure. Or during World War II, fucking Slavs didn't take out tiny hats. Catholics did. Like, what example do you want me to give you?
Are you trying to say Catholics are worse than Christians? Is that all?
No, I'm trying to tell you that the Catholic leadership has its best interests in heart, not necessarily its populace. Otherwise, why would they let the red lines happen if they truly believed in what they say they believe in? Okay, those fucking Germans should have never got to South America. I'm sorry. Okay, there shouldn't be towns over there right now that I can go to and I feel like I'm in fucking Bavaria. Like, what are we talking about here, dude? Like, make a point. You just interject.
Not too sure.
Fuck me.
It feels like you're
Carry
just
the
trying
conversation. I'll
to
keep
mind
quiet.
read. You're just trying to mind read what you think the leadership wants.
Yeah. Could I say something real quick?
Hey,
Rude,
Mike.
Yeah. Hey, Rude, and also Angry. The reason why a lot of the Germans were successful in going to South America is because Spain. By the way, Spain was allied to the Germans.
Kind of, yes. They were neutral allies.
Kind of. No. They were neutral, but they were very. They
had their, yeah.
They were extremely friends, and so like a lot of the so Argentina. That's why you see a lot of the South Americans mixture with Germans, and you see them tall and blue eyes and stuff like that in South America. Obviously, Spain is, they're Caucasian. So, but the thing is that they had a good relationship. But a lot of the things, when it was time for, as they say, the exit button, they press the exit button. I hope that makes sense. A lot of them, they escaped to Argentina, Chile, Ecuador, because they had a good relationship with Spain. And yeah, so
there's Mike, you're not wrong, but like that's part of the chain, if that makes sense. But a lot of it was accommodated because of the Catholic hatred towards other religions and sub-religions. No, I'm not.
I mean, that's why Constantinople isn't Christian anymore.
Yeah, like this is such a long fight, and some people just. I get it, Mike. You're right, but it's not. Like, this is what I was saying at the start. Every nation had its own factions which were loyal to both parties, if that makes sense, right? Because this is why Axis got to free roll a lot of Europe, because they would just install puppet governments. Because either you got demolished like Poland did, or you put up a white flag. And a lot of nations were not ready to fight the Germans again, if that makes sense. And then it goes into the whole Soviet bear and what I was talking about. Like, but it's history, Mike. I don't know. I studied two histories. You're not wrong, but it's like Catholics not Catholics. I'm not talking about the people. I'm talking about nation. Like, you know how I said at the start, nations have reputations. So do religions. Like, we can pretend they don't, but they do. Right? Am I wrong? Whatever.
No.
What did you want to say, Rude? I don't know.
No, I don't think it matters, Casper.
Yeah,
that's nihilistic, bro.
So like
that's not nihilistic.
I'm just
you wanted an opinion like what? 10 minutes ago or something.
No, I'm asking what I said because you didn't interrupt. Like, I didn't mean it like that. I'm just trying to explain some, like, fucking World War II history in 255 words. Good luck, bro. TikTok is fucked.
I do want to say that the Catholicism and the Christianism came from Europe, and that's what they brought to us in America, in Spain, and England, when they basically conquered every part of the world, they basically influenced the Catholicism and the and the Virgin Mary, and then all this, and even Spain, for instance, with the example of Mexico. A lot of the indigenous people, they had written like fucking scriptures, even medicine, and in Spain burned them because like, oh, this diabolic. And it's like either you follow Jesus or you're against everything.
Mike, you want a funny tidbit? Because like Serbia was communist, and I think our sister country like was kind of more like Cuba, I guess, and Argentina. So there's a lot of Mexican influence in Serbia when it comes to music and art. It's real trippy. Like if you go over there, you can find bars and shit, and they'll start playing these commie tunes, and they're like in South American style.
I'm not understanding. I'm sorry, I'm confused.
No, I'm telling you, like you'll have that type, but then there'll be other ones too, and they'll be like political. They won't even be like cultural. So it's like because of politics, now you'll have like South American Latin culture influence in some European countries, and a lot of it had to do with communism and like cross-pollination, because they would send like embassies and kids and shit to each other and like arts and festivals, if that makes sense. So it's kind of interesting, like, yeah. Like if you look at the world today, I'll give you another example. It's like Hollywood. Look how much impact Hollywood success had on the world and how much impact it's failure.
Hollywood, California?
Yeah. Dream of Californication, right? And it's like, but now it's failure.
I've never heard a foreigner say that. That is the funniest shit ever.
What's that?
I agree with you.
The Californication.
Yeah,
California.
Is that word or that phrase?
Red hot chili peppers.
Yeah, that's the first thing I think about with California conversation.
How's it go?
I mean, red hot chili peppers.
Earthquake South on the girl's guitar is just another good vibration. So fuck. I don't want to play that in my head.
How do you feel about separation of state and church, Casper? Do you think that's a good thing or a bad thing?
I think it's a good thing, but I don't think it needed introduction of morality into government. And we don't
Are we talking about separation in state?
Yeah. Like, I think it's a good thing, Rude. Okay. I understand your points. I agree with it. But I think the price that you pay for that goodness. Okay. Let me land it. So, like, I agree with you. It's a good thing. But I think that what we got in the end of it is not what you would expect. Right? Because that's why you got all these issues now. Because, like, church had some kind of fake morality, like a set of standards. But now we don't have that. And the replacement for it would have been ethics. But nobody studies ethics anymore because everyone's just out to get for themselves. It's just pure capitalism, right? So now we go back to socialism, I guess. I don't know. I don't care about politics. Like, you can't win the argument.
Do you not think there's morality within socialism?
You have people who say that if you have money, you should just have money make money. It's like, and then you get greed. It's the same reason why fucking communism failed. It's like,
that's not socialism.
That's capitalism. Okay, I get it, but like, if I take it to an extreme, okay, I lose this argument. But I take it to an extreme. There's a reason why in the June universe there was no such thing as AI. It had to be done manually because the guy had OCD, right? I mean, there was other reasons.
I thought it was. Huh? I thought it was because in Dune they fought a war against AI.
Yes. I know.
How do you cook your toast?
I lose this argument. I would have been hungry if I didn't eat breakfast, but because I never want to be a fat fuck, I only eat once a day. Never be.
No, I said, how do you cook your toast? How do you cook your toast?
I don't cook toast. I avoid breads.
I'm just like automation's a good thing.
I get it. I get it. Right. I agree with you. Automation is a good thing in a communist world.
Why communist? What the?
Okay, so the reason why welfare, this is some say, okay, don't attack me, I'm not fucking arguing this shit, but some say the reason why welfare state came in is, well, like, let's create these projects to give men something to do instead of just giving them welfare. And now they have the fucking Hoover Dam, right? Like, that's when this whole fucking, should we have, like, we had this whole thing in New Zealand, and you had in Australia, right? And England had their own version of it. Right. But it's like the more automation you get, the more men you make obsolete. But I guess that's a good thing in a world where population decline shouldn't be something to worry about. Everyone should just shut the fuck up and work on themselves. Right. Like, sell it again. Huh?
Okay. So I don't think that tracks. Like, automation doesn't make people obsolete. It makes that job obsolete.
Okay. So you just so gig economy, right? What a marvelous culture to have. Imagine
what
when
you think.
What do you? What didn't? Wait. No, I have to stop you. What part of that you didn't understand?
This is why I yell at you, Casper, because you'll talk for 20 minutes, and then when someone
and you're gonna
disagrees with you
know
on something, you don't actually let them get their opinion out.
Point. You don't just dismiss my point. Attack it. What part of automation makes jobs obsolete is not correct? I listen to when you speak. I
said it does make that. I said it doesn't make the worker obsolete. It doesn't make people obsolete. It makes that job obsolete. I didn't say it doesn't make.
And that guy should just find another job, which creates what? Gig economy. And I said, what a marvelous culture to live in.
Do you think?
Where you have gig economy. Why do you even have education if you're going to have gig economy? You're right. Fuck it. Let's just get rid of it.
Casper, what do people with money do?
What's that got to do with what I asked you?
Well, follow the logic and maybe find out.
Trickle down economy?
No. What do people with money do?
They spend it. Okay.
They try to find more ways to make more money.
Okay. I can't do this with you. Like,
except that was the same principle that Reagan laid out, and that is not what they do. They actually hoard the wealth and hang on to it.
Which is extreme cases, Japan.
No, but wait.
Yeah. If you're talking about within a deflationary economy, like when your money's going to be
looks like it's been deflationary since Reagan in the U.S. So
it has. It literally has.
Inflation makes people want to spend their money.
Rude has a point. He made a very valid point. What happens with people that has money? They tend to what? Make their money grow. Rude has a point. It's true.
Yeah, and then you get the ever shrinking middle class, and people wonder why the sheep not breeding. But it's a good thing.
Well, two things can be true.
Yeah, I know. Realistic as fuck.
It is like, I don't know what it's like over there, but it's so easy for me to go spend 10 years working my ass off and buy 3 houses.
Really? In Australia?
Yeah.
Okay. I can't talk to you.
I spent 3.5 years working one job, pulling $250K a year, and that was in construction.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Pause. I'm done playing Minecraft. Did you just say that you made $250K a year working construction in Australia?
Yep.
Are you the general manager?
No, you're talking doing 13-hour days, 6 days a week, with an hour and a half travel each way.
How much do you make an hour?
Now?
No, then.
You're talking 12 years ago.
Okay, 12 years ago, how much do you make an hour?
I couldn't tell you what it's making an hour 12 years ago.
Okay, let's look at the minimum. Let's look up the minimum. With a minimum wage 12 years ago?
Minimum wage? You think I was on minimum wage?
Okay. Hold on.
I would literally have to sift through fucking emails to find a payslip for you
I'll
for you to
figure it
believe
out.
me.
I'll figure it out, buddy.
So if I may, Root, you said how long ago you were making six-figure?
Yeah.
50K. How long ago was that?
Over 10 years ago.
10 years ago. So that means you were making good money.
Yeah. Doing a lot of overtime to earn it.
And over 10 years ago, you probably even make more than me. 'Cause 10 years ago, I'm not even making the money I'm making. You know, honestly speaking, you know.
Well, you're talking what? Oh, fuck, man. It would have been near 6 hours of overtime every day, plus doing fucking 13 hours overtime on a Saturday, where you're earning time and a half for the first 2 hours and then double time. And then obviously as it goes up as your time goes on for the day. And that's if you don't eat, you work a Sunday every second week.
Gotcha.
So right now, it looks like the average salary in Australia, that's right now because I can't find years.
Are you looking up FIFO jobs and shit like that?
No, I'm looking up salary per industry on pay scale, and this is specifically in Australia. And it's looking like for construction right now, the average is 86K a year, but that's like project manager construction.
Yeah, you're looking at
Right.
people from like the guy on the shovel to the guy.
Yeah,
up
so there's
top,
no real
but
way
there's a
to
lot
even,
more guys on the shovel.
yeah. But there's
Yeah,
no
I'd
real
literally
way.
have to look. I'd literally have to grab a pay slip for you to believe me.
So as of right now, it looks like if you'd have to be like a construction manager or project engineer, bro. I'm gonna be real with you. That's as of right
Well,
now.
no. Okay. Look,
Bro, I
Bumpkin,
worked as a programmer.
you should
I
be able
wasn't
to.
getting that money.
Can we
You
let
should be
Orthodox
able.
talk?
You should be okay. Here's the thing, right?
Like a decade ago.
There's a key thing to what Crab just said that would make the argument a lot easier for people like you and me, Bumpkin. 12-hour shifts, 6 days a week, and
13
then
and a half.
when you
get paid for your
13
travel
and a
too.
half. Okay, see, and that even furthers what I'm about to say. Then he mentioned time and a half, then double pay on Saturday. These are things that are not offered in America.
I was pulling 2G just on the weekends when I worked them.
That's what I'm getting at. Now,
Yeah.
the thing is, the simple fact is, these are things that are not offered in the U.S. The U.S. working conditions are some of the worst in the industrialized West. I'm not going to say the world because we have safety regulations, this, that, and the third that do benefit us. But as far as working conditions and remuneration goes, it's ass. All right. There's no ifs, and, or buts about it. The working man in America gets fucked. It's the last statistics that I looked at. We get fucked over. We work the hardest in the fucking Western and industrialized world. We don't get that much vacation. We get very little. Our pay is garbage compared to our income, our expenses and value of our dollar. We get almost no time to take care of family at all. And we get shitty vacation, shitty benefits. Our health system is ass. And the thing about it is, I believe that Rude is I believe Rude as far as Australia goes.
Yeah.
But America
Dude.
is a different ball game altogether.
Dude, you can we have New Zealanders Maori move over here from Australia every day. Who spend a couple of weeks going doing a scaffold ticket and walk into construction doing $2.5, $3 a week.
I want to also say, like, in terms of what Orthodox is saying, you know, it's really incredible. I went to Poland. In Poland, Uber drivers have medical, like they're able to see a dentist, and they're getting paid a lot more. And then like
from communism,
like in New York City, they're struggling. You don't have no medical insurance. You have to pay for that shit. So I do agree with that. It's just like in Poland, however, the government in Poland, they demand, like Uber, for instance, they have no other choice to do business, and they have to pay their employees in terms of like medical, like they have a medical insurance. What I'm trying to say, and if you go to New York City, no fucking Uber driver has medical.
You want to know the worst part of what I just told you? One of the guys I worked with was putting a G a week into Bitcoin.
Jesus. How wealthy is he now?
Yeah, I don't know. He doesn't talk to anyone. He's gone.
He's on a yacht somewhere, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know a few guys like that. Like, yeah.
And that's the thing, right?
But
And don't
good.
get me wrong. I completely understand where libertarians are coming from, right? Because I think the wealthiest guy on panel right now is Mike. I don't know what Casper and you and Rude you have.
No,
I know,
no.
I know.
New Zealand.
I'm good.
I
But-
went through a separation and got everything raped from me. I'm
Oh,
like,
Jesus.
yeah. Oh, like I didn't fight for it. I
I'm
didn't
sorry,
fight for it.
Rude.
Like when you come home from work, bro, and like all your shit's gone, your kids are gone, or yeah, everything's emptied out,
How you
and
know
you're like,
black belt?
shit. You can't even do anything about it, bro, because it's a civil case.
Motherfucker made
It's not even
250
considered criminal.
No, wait. I'm giving you a compliment, believe it or not. So this cunt made 250K. Like he got his own house when half his peers in Australia, half, 75% of his
I
peers,
wish.
75% of whatever. That's what you just said. Like the dude made good money, worked a construction job, has like some IQ, okay, has a clear head, and some bitch still left him and took his kids. Sorry, sell me marriage again, bro.
Nah,
I love
that
you,
was
okay? I'm
that was
done.
long after. That was long after.
Whatever, bro. You and everyone knows a cunt like you.
Long after. And I definitely deserve to be left. I ain't gonna hold you there.
Okay, always man's fault, bro. Fuck off.
No,
Well, no,
like
okay.
I was not present, bro. I was just working my
Rude
ass off.
doesn't
And
strike
doing-
me as a person.
Hold
I-
on.
Yeah, but sorry, can I say, Rude, you can't win.
Hold on. Bro,
You
come
mean you
on.
weren't present? That's the
You
issue.
had to
weren't
bust your
pre-
ass to take
yeah.
care of your shit.
What the fuck, dude? You weren't present because you were being a man. You were working. Like you can either be there for your family or not make enough money. Like fuck, you're gonna argue with me now. Okay, I'm done. I can't.
Well,
talk
no,
Well,
hear him
my
out.
my brother and my mother died in the same 10 months, and I focused on bodybuilding and working to try and get by. So
Yeah,
I wasn't
and-
present.
Okay, I don't want to get personal with you.
You don't have to. I don't
no,
care.
but I don't
I'm just
know
telling you the
enough.
truth.
Yeah, but I did. Sure, the bitch should have stayed. Sorry,
She wasn't a
like,
bitch,
the
dude.
woman.
Like she was.
So she. Okay, whatever. If you think you deserve to have your shit cleaned
I was
out,
being a
good,
being a sucky partner.
whatever.
Yeah, no, I get where he's coming from, bro. Because relationships are a partnership, and if you're not doing your part, then what's the point of being in a partnership? Would you stay with a business partner that wasn't doing their part? It's not that he's blaming himself. He's absolutely saying, okay, I had some fuck shit happen to me in my life. I wasn't a good partner, and because I wasn't a good partner, shit happened and it went south. Like it's not her fault.
Yeah.
It's not my fault. It's literally shit just went south.
Casper, you would have left me too, baby boy. You would have left me too.
No, but you know what? Like the factor. So Rude, in terms of the what you're saying, it takes a lot of nuts to basically come off and take that responsibility. And I have to give you that.
You have to, dude. You're kidding yourself if you can't.
You know what? Even Orthodox could even speak on that. Like a lot of people come into the platform, trying to justify their own mistakes. But you are taking responsibility and you acknowledging that you yourself are at fault. That is you know what, my brother, like from even Australia, that is that takes a lot of fucking balls. So I give you that much. You
Is what
sir.
it is, bro.
No,
Is
listen.
what it is.
I'm far
Like,
too narcissistic for that. I'm joking.
you know, like a lot of people make like we all make. You know what? We all you know, like even Orthodox said, I'm a piece of shit. I'm a piece of shit too. We're all a piece of shit. But at the end of the day, if own it, you owned it. Like
You
could
gotta like. It's think of it like I cope with it this way, so I can still like myself. I consider it to be narcissistic. I have a desire to always want to be right, and part of that means acknowledging when I'm wrong, and that makes me feel like less of a pathetic piece of shit.
I wouldn't call you pathetic, man. We all go.
No,
through
you know,
shit.
no, you know what I mean. I don't like
Yeah.
emotions, and I don't like talking on soft shit.
You know,
Yeah, no, you're like my IRL homie. It's not with the difference is it's not that he doesn't like it, it's he doesn't know how and he thinks it's kind of gay.
Agreed.
If I was a dick, I'd say, so you're not emotionally mature to discuss your true emotions.
No, I just don't. I see emotions as a signal.
Okay,
It's to
men
make you
born by
aware of something you need to do.
Here's a problem in schooling: boys born by doing things together, and girls born by speaking with each other. So it's like what happens is if you have a gig economy, you have like that's one of the reasons why you have this lack of friendships, because it's like our grandfathers said a guy they worked with for 20 years. Now you've got 20 different groups that you worked with. And the first time I heard of this was this feminist said like she works in film and said it was interesting observation she made. She said it was like she used the Fight Club reference. Insta friend, like Insta family. When you work on a film, on a project, everyone becomes a family, and you're a family during the production of the film. And once the film is finished, the family just poof dissipates, which is probably why half Hollywood's fucked up. Anyway, I'm done. It wasn't a question.
Do you think that men have friendships going into adulthood? Do you think like that's something that men have maintained historically up until now, or do you think it's just always been like that?
I don't know.
Because I don't really maintain.
I think it has.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, yeah.
I think when you having to work, having to support, provide, and shit like that, I think you don't really have time to have day-to-day friendships that you maintain. But when you run into your boys, even after like 6 months or 6 years, it's still the same shit.
Yeah, well, this is different in gender
Oh,
too,
okay.
because the men's because our burden of performance is different. Like if you have a chick and they were friends when they were like 18, and then they meet at 40, right? And or let's say they meet at 50, and one's a grandmother and the other one's a spinster. Like they're not cool. But like if you and meet one of your friends, like it doesn't matter what your familial status was, but yeah, because they bond over their children and their husbands and shit, and then they compare each other, their dick sizes. I'm done.
Orthodox, what was your opinion?
I think that people do maintain friendships into adulthood. The issue that comes with it is that, like Crab said, you have these other things you have to maintain. So I don't when you talk about maintaining friendships, I don't think just because you don't hang out for months or even years at a time, I think as men we understand that we have responsibilities we have to do. So I don't think necessarily that it is that we don't love one another or we don't see each other as, that's my boy. I think the way that men maintain relationships is if you're my neighbor and I fuck with you, you're my homie, it's easier to maintain that relationship than it would be to maintain a relationship with my friend that lives in the next town over.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, yeah, but men they don't deteriorate.
Hold on, Casper.
Sorry.
Hold on. It's more so the way that we have to maintain our relationships, right? It's easier to work together when they're part of the tribe versus living 50 miles to the north, right? All right, go ahead, Casper.
No, you're right, but men's relationships don't deteriorate. Fuck. I can't speak English right now. I didn't speak English all day.
No, you're right. No, you're right.
Yeah.
They don't deteriorate because we are used to having to. We're used to having to do this long-term, like, brosideship where we've got shit going on. We've got our own families to take care of our own responsibilities. That's all I'm saying. Sorry.
You're right.
I'm playing
But see-
Autism the game.
Yeah, but see, here's the other thing now that comes into play. It's like now you've got, well, they say 50% of chicks won't have kids by 2030. So at 1-to-1, that means 50% of men won't have kids at 30. Or
Well,
whatever.
that's a matter of eugenics, man.
Yeah, I know. Feminism sorts itself out. That's Rachel Wilson, right?
Jesus Christ. It's true, though.
Well, I mean, it's not that I disagree with it. I just don't think that it's a bad thing. Did you really want those people having kids? Like real shit. Like real question there. Not a joke. I don't necessarily want those people having kids.
Should we spade and neuter Down syndrome people?
Spay and neuter is a little harsh.
So can we stay on YouTube? Like,
I know this is fucking random, but if I ever
and
get
I wouldn't.
I know this is fucking random, but if I get married, and I don't even know, this is extremely hypothetical. But like, if I do get married and have kids, I'm Orthodox. I promise I'm not drunk. Like I would love to invite you guys. And
I would definitely, for a wedding for a homie, I would definitely show up. To that.
yeah, and this is like off the record, by the way. Not like I wouldn't stream it, but yeah, we could comment it like if we were to obviously like talk about it on stream, but it wouldn't be like pictures of me or my wife, or I'm very protective of that, like. And obviously, like protecting your identity and mine. You know what I mean? Like so we could talk about it like on stream.
Oh, that's really nice. Orthodox guy sent me to the wolves with that shit. I'm just joking.
What? How did I send you to the wolves? What'd I do?
No, I said you just sent me to the wolves. You live a live stream at my wedding and be like, "Hey ho, look, this is Bumpkin, aka." I'm just joking.
AKA the most racist man in the world.
I would even invite you, Pumpkin, and then like I mean, if Rude has the come to the States, and then Casper,
brother.
So Casper, so
I wouldn't fly to the States, pussy. I won't do it for a wedding.
Okay, that's on your discretion. But
bro, it's like a fucking long flight. The fuck.
I mean, it's up to you, man. Whatever. But
it's not a globe, Brood. You can get there through a tunnel.
Oh my lord!
Yeah, like I met Casper, like to do Torcha, and then like I met Beth through Andrew, a couple of people, like and then I met you like Ortha like through Flow. I track very interesting people, and I'm very grateful. Sorry if I sound like weird.
It's all good, Mike. I'm used to you. You're a good guy. And you care about the people that you like talking to, and there is absolutely nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
man. In fact, I appreciate that.
It's just like one thing about me, and you could always expect it. Like if anyone were to fabricate about you, and I'm not just saying it because I like you, but I will never fucking like I would stand up for that. Like that's the thing about me. It's my morals. That's just my beliefs. It's just like if someone were to fabricate and say something, I'll just stand up for it. And even if I look like an idiot, even with for instance with Chuck, I was like, I don't give a fuck about like what you guys are saying, but I believe Chuck. And remember that the guy was saying about Chuck about how he's never been to the Vietnam War. I defended Chuck. I was very defending him, and look how that turned out to be.
A complete misunderstanding, a complete
Correct.
clusterfuck. Yeah.
Exactly.
But gentlemen, I want to make it from our morning show, and it is 5 o'clock, and I want to make it by 10. So I'm gonna get off here and go to bed. Bumpkin, you gonna be here for the morning show?
Probably not. I'll probably be asleep.
Fair enough. You gentlemen, I appreciate y'all coming up.
If you ever do a Daisy server, you better hit me up, okay? I'll handle
most definitely.
No, not Daisy. Yeah, Daisy too. But what the fuck do you call it? Project Zomboid.
Project Zomboid. Okay, so I have a lot of projects for the channel coming up, but they're getting pushed back because of the stuff going on with my family, with real life. Yeah,
bro, deal with it
first,
bro.
Take care of your family first,
I'm gonna try to do both because I'm gonna be real. There's nothing I can do about the shit with my family. So, I mean, building the community that I'm building my YouTube channel, and then in real life doing more yard work and shit, getting like money up. That's really all I can do, right? So I'm gonna be building my channel. I'm gonna be expanding this channel and doing entertainment things and trying to grow the audience for that reason.
Yeah.
But I'm also gonna do it in a way because I don't want this to change. I don't want what we have here to change just because I want the audience to grow because I want to be more successful. So the way I'm gonna handle it is I'm gonna pray about it. I'm going to do the same shit that I'm doing here now to try to attract more people like the people that are here now. And if I make more money, good. If I don't, good. As long as the community grows and we're full of good people that help each other out and help each other grow.
I'll tell you what I liked. Why I'll come up here. Okay, it's like your take on the whole doxing thing. It's like it's the same as mine. It's like, why the fuck would you even want to? Like, what are you guys doing? You get like, yeah, when I heard your take, it really resonated with me because the first person who actually had the same take with me. It's like it's so difficult to, like, let's say me and you are mates, right? And then you have dirt on me, and I have dirt on you, and then me and you have a fight. Like, what are you gonna do? Are we gonna start throwing dirt at each other? Do you get what I mean?
That's what people want. That's what people want.
Yeah,
and
but
it's so gay to me.
Yeah, and then people wonder why no one has friends and shit.
No one has friends. No one has a
And
sense
little
of community.
trust. Yeah, all the rest of it. It's like if you can't trust to speak to someone, then like what are we doing? Are we just all fucking lopping here? Like if it's a big lop,
Now,
then
there is one exception to that, and that is
always one.
pederasty, pedophilia, that sort of thing.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, obviously.
Out the fuck out of them people.
Yeah,
they're not human.
Yeah.
So I have a conundrum. I want you guys' advice before I go. Right?
Yeah.
There is a gentleman that I went to school with that just got out of prison. Me and him were very good friends. But he is a pedo. But there's some nuance behind it. He pulled a speakeasy. He was never charged with pedophilia. I just know his sins. And he was never charged with it, but I know he slept with an underage girl when he was 19, and I believe she was 14 or 15. So he pulled a speakeasy. I don't like him. But the dude has nobody. He has a mental problem, and I feel very bad for him. And I've always felt bad for him, so I've always tried to be his friend. But I don't like it because of his sexual urges and shit that are not normal. And I want to cut the guy completely off, but this is someone's son. This is someone who does have parents and grandparents that care about him. They just can't handle him because of his mental problems. And the dude looks at me like I'm a god.
I don't.
And it makes me uncomfortable. But he genuinely loves and cares about me. But I don't like him, and I've never liked him because I knew he was a fucking pedo. And I don't know how to handle this situation because I want to tell him, "Hey, I just don't want you here."
Yeah, but
at the
is he a
same
mental?
time-
If he's a mental, what do you call it? A mental Todd with the R. If he's a mental,
He's not
hard R.
mentally retarded. He's schizophrenic.
Oh.
And there's a bunch of other issues there about abandonment and shit that leads him to do the things
This
he do.
explains so much about your eugenic stake. I hate you.
Oh yeah, no. Like I have a reason for it. I have a reason for everything I believe in. Sometimes I have multiple reasons.
I get it.
And like I'm not like I was talking to a friend of mine and they got worried about me because I was telling about them, and I was told her, and she had thought that I was talking about this person, but I was actually talking about my best friend who lives next door. He called me a hoe yesterday because I was trying to talk to him about it. I'm like, I take advantage of the situation because I don't like him. I tax his ass when he wants to hang out because I'm hoping he'll get the fucking hint.
Oh no!
Right? And then I'm like, and he's like, bro, you're a hoe. And I'm like, no, dude, I've told this man I don't like him. I don't want to hang out. But he looks up to me, and I feel bad about it. So I don't really tax him. I don't tax him anymore. I smoke weed with him and I let him talk. But I'm like, I know what you did. Because I even made the comment out loud, yeah, like pedophiles should be shot. And he agreed with me. And I'm like, oh my fucking. Like, it's when someone is so pathetic that you pity them. And I don't like talking like this because I don't hate the dude. I just.
I get it.
I don't know what or how to do with it because there are mental problems there. He's not a normal, regular dude. So it's like I don't know what to do. And like the reason I even mentioned it, I've been getting called all fucking night and all day, and I just ignore it because like I don't want to be around the guy because I
It's
don't
not
like his
your
behavior.
responsibility either. But here's strawman, okay, steelman, whatever. Don't care. Like it was probably the responsibility of his keg. If he's that challenged, it's the responsibility of his caretakers not to put him in a situation where anything like that could happen. But I don't know the details. It's just the first thing that came to my mind. You get what I mean?
That's the thing. He's
fucked, bro.
His schizophrenia and shit makes him violent. But I'm not worried about it. Like, not unless it's not your problem. Don't bite off more than you can. I can beat the fuck out of the dude. I've always been able to beat the fuck out of the dude.
Yeah, but that's dangerous.
So like, I'm not worried about it. And I like to help people. I like to help people. And I feel like this person needs help, but I also don't want to help them because he's a fucking pedo.
I think just from being on the outside of your situation at the moment, brother, I think you shouldn't be putting yourself out there to deal with other people's shit at the moment. I think you need to handle you and handle what you've got going on and not overextend like that. And honestly, like my elder brother, the one, he was schizophrenic, and it's like, yeah, he was a good person, but he'd also take a swing at you for no reason over the fucking counter. He'd also come up behind you and try and attack you. Like, it's not safe. It's not worth it. Like, it's not your responsibility. Feel sorry for him, but it's not your responsibility at the end of the day. You need to look after you.
Well, yeah. I feel really bad because like I used to be that guy that helped everybody even at my own detriment, but like last year really showed me not to do that because at the end of the day very few people will give a fuck about you. That's kind of why I'm trying to create the community that I created like here. And in real life, I'm also trying to do that. Me and my best friend are building the same type of community that I have here in real life, or we're attempting to. But we have to be very selective who we let in. And like this dude, his first day out of prison, showed up on my door and was like, "Hey, can I stay here? I have nowhere to go." My grandparents called the police on me, and I'm like, I want to help this person, but like he's the type of crazy that does like religious ramblings, and he's like a pagan. And he's not doing it for attention. He'll just get lost in his own mind while listening to music and do his own thing. And like, I feel bad. I don't want the dude to go without. I don't want anybody to go hungry. And this is why I really get quiet when Dusty talks about like, what have you done to help people? It's like, in real life, I've been a socialist. I've taken out of my pocket to help people to my own detriment, because I believe that if we help one another, eventually either it'll be paid back tenfold to you, or society will be a better thing either way. And like, I don't want to help this guy because he's a fucking pedo, but I feel really bad for him. And there is the fact that he was never actually convicted of being a pedo. So what if he was just talking shit and was wrong, and I'm wrong? Or what if
You can't help him, bro.
What if the rumors were lies?
You can't help him. You're not going to be able to cure his
Yes.
schizophrenia. You can't change his history. You can be leached upon, or you can let him find someone else to do that too.
I feel like this is gonna be one of those situations where it's like, show me the rabbits, George. I hate to be that way, but I feel like that's just the best outcome for everybody.
Put the bunny back in the box.
Like, and I hate being that way, you guys. Like, it really breaks my heart that I can't help this person. And it makes me even more mad. Like, and I'm not ignoring him because I just can't tell the dude no. Like, I've told him no. I've told him to fuck off. Because he's trying to get free weed from me, and even now he's offering to pay, and he blows my fucking phone up when I'm sleeping. He needs a friend. He needs somebody to talk to, but it's like, bro, you're a pedo. I can't be that guy. I hate you. And we've had this conversation before he went to prison.
What did he?
Like when I let him stay with me like 3 years ago.
What did he go
Get him
in
into
for?
the church.
Fuck you,
That's
bro.
the thing that unironically, Casper, like, we've tried that. The church doesn't want him because he's such a lost fucking cause, and I just don't know how to deal with it.
Yeah, he needs
I'm not gonna up the tool on him because he's not a threat to me, because I can physically beat the fuck out of him.
Yeah, he needs a caregiver. Like, he needs a caregiver. This is like when they released him from the fucking jail. Like,
I have a question.
did they do anything to make sure that he doesn't come back?
They never do.
No, they never do. Not in the U.S.
I have
They
a
aren't
question.
correctional facilities.
You said the church, they see him as a lost cause. Why do you think that that's the case?
Oh, it's because he is a lost cause. Like, he refuses. For one, he's a pagan who refuses. All right, look. If you want help from the church, I get the church is supposed to help everybody who's in need. But if you're literally saying fuck Christ and fuck the church, why would they go out of their way to help you? I'm just saying.
Yeah. Do you actually believe that multiple times they put?
Oh no, multiple times the church has tried to help him in the past.
There you
and
go.
every chance he gets, he
That is
fucks
what
up and does stupid shit.
So if he doesn't want to help himself, why the fuck are you thinking about helping him?
So I'm sorry, Rhoda, I didn't mean to. Sorry.
You're good.
See, Orthodox, you fucked me once, and it's your fault. You fucked me twice, then it's my fault.
But
See?
here's my issue, guys. I guess I'm being soft, but here's my issue. It's not like he's a normal, everyday person like the people on this panel that make the choice to be fuck-ups and not do anything. This person actually has a mental problem. Several mental problems, indeed. And that's where I get stuck in the loop of they have mental problems, they need help, it's my Christian duty, and I just want to be a good person. Then I get fucked over and have to lay the fucking beat down on somebody, beat them near to fucking death, and then I get locked up for a day and a half.
You can't help him, bro. You're literally adopting a permanent problem.
So I the only thing I would say, the only thing I would say, Orthodox, is just like call like a hospital, try to get like professionals to help them, but it's not your responsibility. And I do agree. Like, sometimes I find myself in situations, even with my own family, like, and they try to manipulate me, and I feel like guilt. But then, like, I had one person steal like a lot of money from me, and it's like, how the fuck would you do that to me when I'm giving you like a place to stay? Like, really fucked up. But then it's like I'm, even my mom is like, oh, but the person, you know what, she's retarded. But it's like, okay, she's retarded, but then she's really smart when it comes to stealing. So we
Yeah,
have
but
to,
this person is not like that. This person's just outright dumb.
yeah, but it's in the process of you helping a person and then hurting yourself. That is not the ideal situation. I mean, if and fuck, how could I explain myself? I know there are people out there that really need help and guidance, but they're really trying to change themselves. But then there are people that are just like, don't give a fuck, and like taking the process and be like, you know what? As long as I'm living and I'm just walking, and even if Orthodox could give me a room, who gives a shit? Because at least I have a room today, maybe I have a room tomorrow. Just walk around to live. They're just not like trying to adjust or change. I hope that makes sense.
It makes a lot of sense, and I have made my decision to not help them from
You
the get
should.
go, especially with what I went through last year with the people that I helped and relationships and losing people. So I made that decision, but I also I guess I started reconsidering and thinking about it, and I'm glad to know that there are people that when I ask, I guess I was just looking for a consensus of stuff that I already made up my mind on.
Yeah.
Because like my homie, my IRL next door neighbor, who's my best friend and has been most of my teenage years and adult life, said the same exact thing, almost verbatim as what Crab said.
Yeah.
And it's just like, and he even added, if he comes to my house, I'm just gonna hit him.
Mike,
I
can
have to say
interrupt you? I'll
this
be
real quick.
go
Unless it's
ahead.
like unless it's like your son, okay, then that's where the game change. Like
That's
if
why
it's
we
your
have adopted.
if it's your son, okay, no, fucking right. You have to do everything as far as you could go. And then if your son decided, then that's different. It's just like you gave it your best. But other than that, like some stranger or friend,
There's
fuck
a
out of here.
difference. Here's Orthodox. Here's why you're getting similar one thing, because it's like if you offer somebody actual way, like actual help, okay, like pass the words, which is what you did, which is like, look, dude, you actually need professional help. And the best thing we've got in America is the church. Okay, go speak with them. They'll try to help you, but you have to do what they tell you to do because they have some experience in this, right? It's like, no, you're not. It'll be like me as an addict coming to you and asking you for help with my addiction. Do you get what I mean? Like you're the safe space, but his status quo is below the minimal level requirement, if that makes sense. Do you get what I mean? It's like, hey, bro, I like drifting cars and you have a mechanic shop and I keep curbing my car. It's like, no, I helped you fix your suspension once. Okay. Second time I taught you how to fix the suspension. Third time you smash your car into the curb, you're doing all the work by yourself, including paying for the tires, right? It's a stupid analogy, but whatever. It doesn't apply to your thing. I thought it was worth saying.
It makes it makes sense. It actually makes sense. You can't keep helping somebody just because you're basically enabling them at that point. Is what you're saying.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, can I add something real quick? Shout out to the panel.
Yeah, how you doing, Mike?
Same old fucking whatever. Hustling as usual. But you said something, I just wanted to come in and chime in, bring my particular perspective on this issue. You can call it the solipsistic asshole INTJ perspective, if you will. But basically, I understand that. I understand the perspective of someone who likes to reopen files. That's what I call it, right? You've made a decision, right? You know what's right and whatnot, but there's always this notion of, well, did I really look at every possibility? What if I'm wrong? And the reopening of files, reconsidering. You mentioned the asking for consensus, all these other kinds of things, right? And this is something that I would assume that you do, and you're not going to stop doing it. It's your personality. It's perfectly fine, right? Um, the way the thing that I bring to the table regarding this kind of issue, if anybody brings, when someone like you says something like this, is I like to remind you, because generally speaking, there is no logic, there is no logical end. There is no, for example, our friend here, Casper, talked about, well, I helped you once. Well, how is it? How about helping him 7 times 7, like Jesus said, or how do you know logically? In other words, there's no logical calculation for you to say, okay, now the file is completely closed. However, what I try to remind people of is, you are not God, right? In other words, if you do close the file and put it away, you're not sentencing this person to hell, okay? Life continues. There's a notion of rock bottom. There's a notion of letting the freaking chips fall where they may. There are other people, there are other sorts of circumstances. You might be blocking them from getting to the next phase where they need to get to, for example, right? Now, I'm offering this as an alternative perspective, meaning, and I gave the preamble of understanding that you are a certain type of person who does the thing that I call reopening the file, and if that makes sense to you, and if I'm correct, then sure.
Yeah, I do that a lot,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Then I perceived correctly, and then I'm on the right track, and I have experience with this kind of thing, and I know that I have a different perspective while understanding what the reopening of the file is and whatnot, and understanding that, as I mentioned, logic, rationality, blah blah blah. There is no kind of end to that stuff, so there's always a question that still remains. There's always a question mark. But I tend to have the attitude of, I am not God. Okay, because since I can't help myself, the I am not God question actually falls on both sides, because you are saying, well, I'm not God, so how can I just decide? Let me go look again. What if I made a mistake? But the thing is, on the other hand, you're not God. If you decide to close the file, you're not the deciding factor in the universe regarding anything, especially other people, right? Especially after given all the practicalities that have been mentioned. The church thinks it's a lost cause. You have done this and that and the third, blah blah blah. After weighing all those things, just look on, the to use MBTI terms, INTJ side of the ledger that says, close the fucking file. You're not God. You might be even be preventing them for the rest of the chips to fall where they may, the rest of the chaos to happen, such that they end up where they need to end up at. Right? This thing happens over and over again. I'll say this and I'll shut up. In my experience, where someone will be like, "Oh well, maybe you should help them, or should you have given them that job, or should you have let them go?" And I'm like, there are many other doors, many other windows, many other opportunities. And if this person can't find it, or if, for example, it's like, well, maybe they're the kind of person that can't find another window. And like, maybe I need to force them to find another window by shutting this one, because I know for a fact that there are many other doors and many other windows and many other opportunities. And I'm not the freaking last, as I say, I'm not God. I'm not the decisive factor at the end of the fucking universe, So if I shut this down, and maybe this will then spur them to realize, oh, maybe I should fucking move over to that other place, make this particular change, find that other job, do whatever the hell it takes. Or maybe they crash and burn and die, which they should have done a long time ago. And I'm here preventing the motherfucker from fucking going to hell where he belongs, right? So that's just my, just to give you, and I understand what you're doing in terms of like getting that perspective. There is this perspective on this side, which understands what you're doing, but says, look, I understand it completely, but fuck that shit. Sometimes you got to close the file. You're not God. You're not a decisive factor. Fuck it. You got shit to do.
Fair enough. I mean, absolutely. I appreciate it.
By the way, that's a society failure. Like his position, this is where, like, I'm gonna give a bit of pushback, but I'm strawmanning, because it's like there should be a place in society where such people could get some essence of help. Like, this is anti-eugenics, okay? Because it's like, I'll give you a perfect counter example. There's a guy wrote My Left Foot. So it's this dude who got born. He had this crazy genetic mutation. He really only had good use of his left foot, but he ended up doing this crazy art, like actual art with his left foot. And there's this other example. He was like an amateur rally driver, and he got born with his blood couldn't clot, right? Like he get a cut and it just keeps bleeding, whatever. Like he get a bruise, yeah, that thing. But he had like a severe case. But he ended up living like a semi-successful life. Ended up writing a book. He did die in his mid-30s, and his girlfriend finished his book. So he kind of raised awareness. So that could have been his journey. You know what I mean? Like there was some good for his cause through his suffering. Like his story made sense in the grand scheme of things. But yeah, it's not your personal responsibility at all. It's like if the church can't help him, if the church can't save these souls, bro, who the fuck are you? Like, I'm done.
Fair enough. But with that being said, I appreciate everyone's input on my personal dilemma. I'm glad. I don't know why I was wavering. I do like to think on it. I always think, what if I'm wrong? What if I'm not doing the right thing? So I do like to discuss things and talk about it. And I appreciate you guys' input, but I'm getting tired, and I would like to do a morning show, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard. So I'm going to bounce. I may not make it to that because, like I said, my sleep schedule and everything's been fucked up. But we will do a stream tomorrow as soon as I wake up, or whatnot. I'm going to talk more about my gaming and community projects and the garden, everything that I want to do. And I have some interesting videos that I wanted to show y'all about algae and other plant life, and like how we could develop a self-sustaining ecosystem within like a life support system of a ship, a spaceship. I think that would be awesome. But then that Landry drama stuff happened, and I started getting attacked for no fucking reason. Like I don't even still know what the fuck I did to that guy. It still just sounds like a lily white dude wanting to be offended for every other race but his own. I still don't get it. I don't get that behavior from people. But Ike, thanks for coming up. Mike, thanks for coming up. Rude, thanks for coming up. And Bumpkin, thank you for being here. And Casper, thank you for being here. From bottom to the top, we're going to give final thoughts. Mike, you got any final thoughts? Mike, going... Yeah, you got any final thoughts?
No, I don't. I'm very appreciative of everyone, and thank you, Orthodox and everyone. So,
well, thank you for being here, Mike. I appreciate you. Ike, I thank you for coming up. I'm sorry that I'm ending it right when you get here, but I am tired, man. You got any final thoughts?
Well, no, I understood that you were going to end it. I understood because you mentioned that, hey, before I leave, I have this dilemma. And so, yes, I do know that that I was just going to hop in here and then end it that way. But yeah, no final thoughts, no overtures or anything of that nature. Shout out to you. Glad to see you back or continuing, even though in a different, maybe diminished capacity, whatever, stream-wise and whatnot. But all good, and enjoy your evening, night, or maybe morning, whatever the fuck it is. And we'll see you next time.
Well, I appreciate you. Peace, Ike. I appreciate you coming up here, man. I appreciate your support, and I appreciate your kind words. I did see. I don't know if you hit that dono because, well, damn. Ike, yeah, you just bounced, but I want to say I don't know if you hit that dono because of the because of someone telling you what was going on yesterday or what, but the dono you gave me yesterday, I wanted to give you from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate it. I don't know if you saw 10th Man stream or what. I just want to say I appreciate it and thank you very much for the help and the support, my friend. And I like the wisdom that you bring to the community, and I do like talking to you on these subjects. And I hope that I stream in a way where you can. I hope I can stream where you can actually get on panel more, because your takes are very impressive and powerful, and it was a great influence on me, especially right there at the end of this stream when you was talking about that. Like, it gave me a lot to think on, so I appreciate it. Rude Broski, do you have any final thoughts, man?
Not much, bro. Like, just unless someone's family, they're not your responsibility. Like, it's good to help people, but if they're to a point where they can't help themselves, whether that's want to or capability, it's not wise to put yourself in a position where you're going to have to overextend to help them for a prolonged period, because realistically, you're just going to diminish your ability to be able to help people who you really probably should. And you need to look after yourself first and foremost.
Understood.
Anyway, brother, you have a good sleep. I'll catch you next time.
Thank you, Rude, and thank you for coming up, man. I do appreciate your honesty and neutrality and wisdom in the things that we talk about as well. I do appreciate you. You are a very smart person, and I'm not gonna let you get on that with you're a piece of shit or you don't have feelings or emotions. I'm not gonna let you get away with that. You may be an asshole, but you're a good guy. You're a good, clean asshole.
I try to be. I'm of the opinion that, like, I'm agnostic. I don't believe in religion and shit, but I think if I'm a good person, it's not going to matter either way. And if there's a God who doesn't let me in fucking heaven because I didn't suck dick, then fuck it. It's not a dude I want to kick it with anyway.
That is fair. It's not what I believe, but it's fair.
Yeah. Anyway, bro, go get some sleep. Bye.
All right. Thank you. And that wasn't a shot, by the way, Rude. Some people might try to claim it is. I kind of agree with what Rude said, and I feel where he's coming from. I respect that man, and I'm glad that I met that particular individual personally. Bumpkin, you got any final thoughts, or are you playing Minecraft? Are you mining the craft?
I'm mining the craft. I don't know, man. You keep your head up. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm not going to be very... I'm not going to be on stream very much. I'm going to be doing a lot more, like, video content, a lot more videos. I shouldn't say not on stream. I'm going to not be hosting streams. I'm going to transition the channel over to, like, mainly videos. So...
Well, if you need help, let me know.
I will let you know, bro chacho. Anyways, take it easy. Keep your head up.
I'll try, broski.
And chat, you're amazing. You really grew yourself fucking audience here, haven't you? Jesus.
Yeah, no, man. I've been trying. Like, I like the people that come over here, and I like the audience I've grown. No, Bumpkin, believe it or not, I'm a fucking National Socialist, but my greatest accomplishment and greatest happiness is that I have an audience that is diverse, that is intelligent and well educated, and like made up of so many different people from so many walks of life. That genuinely makes me happy. I don't know why. You know, and I don't mean to sound like some corporate like HR person. Like, that genuinely makes me happy because it's not fake diversity. It's not diversity for diversity's sake. It's literally smart, intelligent people and good-hearted people that want to be here and contribute and that like talking and having discussions, bro. And that makes me so fucking happy. Yeah. I don't know why. It feels like an accomplishment, and just when it grows, it makes me feel even better.
Yeah, it should be an accomplishment. You got this shit. It should be.
So,
you grew an audience that likes you, man. They like when you make content, and it's a naturally growing audience.
But I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I'm not really gonna do an outro. Not really gonna do an outro. Stay in the back, Bum, because I'm gonna talk to you after the stream. But I'm not really doing an outro monologue. I'm kind of tired. I'm gonna talk to Bumpkin for a little bit, and then I'm either gonna if I can't sleep for the morning stream, I'm gonna make some coffee, and then I'm gonna pull up some stuff for the morning stream, or I'm gonna try to take a nap. But thank you guys so much, and God bless you all.
And Tropicana gets its roof torn off, Tropicana Stadium that the Tampa Bay Rays play in. And if you